What's going on, guys? It's the end of the week. It's Friday. It is quadruple witching hour. What has come early? It seems like possibly it's trick or treat in March. Trick or treat, except for it's dip buying potential. Is that right? Or is it the big bear monster with Wall Street stealing from the poor and giving to the rich? Well, we'll find out today throughout the trading session. Hello, aloha to my friend in Hawaii as well, getting up at 1 a.m. in the morning. That is dedication. Quick shout out to John, part of the community. We've already got people coming in saying you must do GM, you must do ZOM, all sorts of things. But hello to everyone. Thanks for joining us throughout the week. We have a red day yesterday with the market finding support. We are now at potential support though. So we have had some interesting revelations throughout the European session. The Asian session was mostly negative, mostly flat. But there's been some changes since that point, as there always is in the market. It keeps us nimble, it keeps us quick. Let's take a look at yesterday's movements. I just want to really reiterate a few of these things. We have Tesla down 6.93%. It's not easy to be a Tesla holder. It's like addiction each way. Highs, lows, and all the way in between. But that's okay. Probably green this morning. Amazon 3.44%. Microsoft, Apple, Google, AMD, Nvidia. Plenty of things falling. But the question is, will they turn? Let's have a look at the futures now. Let's click on the futures. So suddenly that red becomes a little bit of green. I mean, if we were in orange juice, we'd be up slightly more than the market. But luckily we don't trade orange juice because it's trash. So it's good to drink, it's bad to trade. S&P 500, 39.20. Nasdaq, 12,853, up a little bit. VIX, declining slightly. And this nasty US dollar over here, I mean, it's not nasty, but it's in the trade, in the trend, and right now is testing the resistance, 91.96. Remember, if you're a stock market bull, technically it's a little nasty when it gets up there. But when it goes down, it's okay. It means risk on, risk off. So if you're first time viewer here, it is all about the stock market. It's all about cryptocurrency to start off with. We then go through the commodities. We go through, of course, donations and things that you guys are looking at. Found some good ones. Thanks to the community for giving us some extraordinary kind of like patterns yesterday. But I think it's going to be a good day. Do you guys think it's going to be a good day? Either it's going to be really red or really green, but it's going to be a good day. David says AMC and GME to the moon. They have blocked my mod account on Reddit. Oh, David, what have you been saying? You got in a lot of trouble over there. Kara says, Tesla is half my holdings. It's been a ride. Well, for a long time, it was just pretty much like a green fest. So it was been easy. But recently, yes, I can imagine you have been glued to the screen, Kara. You have been glued to the screen. Sinister Pigeon Boy says, wow, last time I was here, he had 10K subs. Well, welcome back. We've got through the 10K, Sinister. Thanks to you guys, the community. We got through the 10 and we moved on. And I'll say this, for anyone that's trying to do YouTube before we get stuck into everything, it's actually not that easy. I thought it might be. I thought, hey, you know, it's easy. We got lucky. It's all about a little bit of luck and a lot of passion. Because I think if you got a bit of passion for something, it does come through. So for anyone out there, good luck to you. And I wish you all the best. Let's just quickly start with these 10-year treasuries. Because you know what? This is the kind of thing that is moving the Nasdaq. And as we know, most of the market is the Nasdaq right now, and the fear is coming through from these 10-year treasuries. So quickly, I notice here on the 4-hour, it's hit the little 20 exponential moving average, and it's done a little hammer. Little hammer rejection here. Was as high as 1.75 on the close yesterday, and this is the bigger problem for a lot of people. Now, am I concerned? I've reiterated, I am not concerned about the return of the Treasury yield. I'm also not even concerned about the speed currently of the Treasury yields. I actually believe that the Treasury yield will move up to the 1.96 over the next, could be weeks, could be months, but over the next year, we should return back to this point or around 2. But it is not unusual for this to occur. Now, someone in the private Discord community said, and I think this was Kevin, so shout out to him, basically had here, we were talking about 16 when rates were actually increasing and what that did to the triple Q, what that did to the Nasdaq. So you can notice there was a decline, but let's just talk about what everyone's concern is, which is it's the end for hyper growth. It's the end for tech. We went through a pandemic. The reality is that, well, there's some overpriced stocks and some of them will die over the next decade. Some of these things that people are buying right now, I'm telling you, no one will look at them again in a decade from now. However, the big ones, the Apple, the Amazon, the other high quality stocks, what are they most likely to do? Well, it's most likely going to be a commitment forward and bullish movement through the next decade. So it depends on your time horizon when you're looking at it. Now, obviously we do trading here. We talk about day trading, but if you're an investor, which you should be both, why not be both? It's okay. The trading community and the investing community should be friends, not enemies. Big Newy, I got to shout out you straight away. Wow, Big Newy is becoming like the #1 supporter of the channel right now. Canadian $30. You obviously had a good trade yesterday here. Big Newy says, thank you for analyzing. I won AMC, GME, and the SQQQ yesterday. Well, Big Newy, thank you so much. You've done quite well over the last week. I can see you've been getting in and out in some very nice directions. So good luck today, and I wish you the best along with the community moving forward. So yeah, I think there's okay positive reactions we can have here from the NAS. But let's go to where we are now, which arguably is very, very high. Let's talk about this weekly. So last week, well, the last 2 weeks, we've had rejections. We've had some bullish movement. Then we came down after reaching what we knew was going to be a tough level, after what we knew was going to be a resistance around this 324, which roughly on the Nasdaq is 13,300. And I'm actually going to pop off to the Nasdaq here. I just prefer doing my analysis there. Doesn't matter what you trade, they're the same thing, hey. Let's have a look though. Horizontal support down here, straight where it closed. These are the wicks, that 12,800, 12,750. That's where we were yesterday. That's the support. Now, a lot of people have been saying, Tom, you can look at this two ways. Could you look at it as a head and shoulders towards the downside? Here's the right shoulder. Here's the left shoulder. Here's the head. The problem is, how can we do that? I mean, is this where we're going to put our neckline? The neckline doesn't look that good. Now, some people have then said, well, Tom, I've got the left shoulder here, the head and the right shoulder, and I've already closed below. Yeah, but you've put some severe pressure on the right shoulder. Is it even looking like one anymore? You've got to think about those things. So for me, the way I'm looking at it, because it does pay to be generally optimistic, and it is a very high possibility that this is some witching hour shenanigans. We could be seeing left shoulder, head, right shoulder, but the support remains this 12,750, 12,800 is everything to the market today. We close underneath here. It's unfortunate you're going back down here. I mean, it just makes sense. It's going to return back to the 12,200, 12,300 level. For Nasdaq, for stock market traders out there, that would be bad if you're bullish. But if you are bullish, you want it to hold here and move back to the 13,300, and then we can continue in the bull trend that has been pretty well intact. So it's make or break today. What do you guys think, up or down for the Nasdaq by the close of the Friday? Let me know now. Lucian giving some love for the Big Newy says, Lucian Marin, Big Newy needs his own channel. That's true. Big Newy is certainly very, very committed to the cause, and I do appreciate that. Yes, this is an inverse head and shoulders. It certainly will look like one right now. The question is, can it actually become one? And when does it become one? We move up, we close any candle above here, and we are in and on for the inverse head and shoulders. So that's my thoughts on the Nasdaq for today. Let's now go over to the dollar index and then get into the crypto. I know there's a lot of crypto guys out there that are very keen on finding out what's going on with this Bitcoin. It's looking good. It's looking good. Here is the dollar index trapped between our 91.96, where we're finding resistance, and our 91.35. What a beautiful trap we set for this one early, guys. We all knew. We knew these were the two key zones. We identified them together this week, and we were correct that the market is stuck in this area and there is critical resistance and support. Now we have more information. Our information is, well, firstly, Papa Powell is losing his control of the markets. No one cares what he has to say almost anymore. We also know that if this closes through here, it's going to set it back up for a 92.50, possibly showing risk off. So we're here at critical resistance for the dollar index. And remember, these are all linked. So we're critical resistance for the dollar index pre-market. We're at a 12,856, barely up on the Nasdaq. And everything is going to synergize into this open. So watch the dollar index today, watch the 10-year and 20-year treasuries, and watch the Nasdaq most importantly. Even if you have specific stocks, whatever the Nasdaq's doing, your stock is going to move that way if it's a tech or hypergrowth stock. Kevin says we won't close above 320 today, that's for sure. We don't need 320 today, Kevin. We just need to be above the 12,800 zone. Hold, get a 12.9, maybe even a 13,000, something like that would be nice. Lion says lots of extremes, up and down and flat. That's the nature of a market that is being manipulated and is not necessarily trading incredibly technically either. So look, dollar index is stuck. We'll continue to go back here. Just a quick recap. Treasury yields, I still expect them to over time go towards the 2. Might be some pullbacks in between that period, but I'm not overly concerned of them against the Nas, like is the common thing that everyone's been talking about. Let's have a quick look at the sectors that moved yesterday. We saw a big sell-off in energy. I still think there's value in the energy sector. Tech was down, and the green ones, the good ones that were for yesterday, were really just the industrials. XL, I think it was XLB, which is the material sector, and a few of those things kind of improved. Financials was, doing okay as well. So look, the sectors were one thing. It was just all about the Russell and the Nasdaq going down. Let's have a look now at ADA. Before we go into Bitcoin, look, I'm sorry for people that were holding that 1.47. We talked about it on stream, and I did mention this, and I gave my analysis of it. My analysis was too quick, too fast in a retail-driven, literally, crypto coin. The fact is that if retail drives something up 50% and hits a resistance, and then it starts selling off that, like where we would, a lot of smart people out there, I'm sure they were closing up at 1.47, it makes sense for it to then return. Now, it's returned back to our correct area and correct zone. So for ADA traders, Cardano, what is going on? Let's get into the 2 hour here. Take a look. It's finding a level of support. Little bit of noise coming through, little bit of information. We know back from the left-hand side, what have we got? We've got this resistance here, this 1.3. So we probably now start to consolidate up here at the much better move. So there was a hyperextension. The real move was from $1 up to $1.30. Now we're sitting between $1.30, $1.22, probably consolidate there for some time. What do you guys think about ADA? Too fast, too quick? I tend to think so. I was mentioning this to someone else as well. Market capitalization, guys. Think about how they're synergizing together in this market. DOT and Cardano, they're fighting each other. Binance Coin, fighting each other for market supremacy around those market capitalization sizes. If one jumps too fast, too quick, and the others aren't coming with it, think about that. That one will probably drop a little bit, and then the others will drive into that price, which brings me into DOT a little bit later. BTC, though, things are looking good. We made the video this morning, and anyone that was watching it, whew, there's a good little day trade in here. Look at the rejection. Yes. I'm hyped for this rejection. Very nice rejection. Big 2 hour rejection coming through. Resistance, acted as support. Bam, straight through. Remember, 4 hour is the chart you should really be looking at. Again, that is a pin or a hammer. Things are now looking like they're going to close above. We'll come back and visit this in 43 minutes here on the stream to see whether it can hold above this little other opposite rejection shooting star. And if it does, bullish intentions in the market. We've got some massive donations coming in today. We'll go with Tran Win to start off with. Thank you so much. Welcome to the community. Welcome to the Stonk Squad. Massive amount of member support recently. We're well above 100. I don't even know what it is now, but thank you so much. And enjoy the emoticons, and thanks for the support. Drew Hanish. Wow, $20, Drew. Thank you. You are amazing. And much love from me and from the community for the support. Dave G says, rode ADA up, shorted it down, and back in with a buy now. Dave, getting in on the crypto. I didn't even know you were in on the crypto at the moment. Well done, Dave. That's awesome. That is very cool. Thank you again, Drew, Big Newy, and Tran for supporting the stream. Can you smell the rocket? D Gray says. You're starting to feel like the rocket's there. These are the right types of technicals. They are, because the resistance becoming the support, the bullish hammer, and the closure through the top. Every single one of those little signals is saying bullishness. It is saying bullishness right now. Can we continue? I mean, you never know with 100% certainty, do you? But it's just looking technically like that. So I quite like the Bitcoin chart at the moment. I did like the closure through here. And I've said this a few times. You know, people said, oh, Tom, you were looking at 52. Didn't come to 52. You're bad. You're wrong. Look, it's just where it could go for support. If it doesn't, you become adaptive. And what does that adaptation mean? Well, we know that we like this 20 exponential 4-hour. We also know that when it closes above like it did, there's a decent chance that it will return and test the resistance as support, which it did. And look, did we get the low? No, we didn't get the low. But we got in with an okay price. You could have done two things. One, you could just say, look, I'm going to buy this level because I feel like it, and I'm happy enough with the price action, with the information I've got. Or you can wait for the closures. So in 40 minutes, we'll come back to the Bitcoin charts, but things are looking a little bit better. Go over to Ethereum. What's going on in Ethereum? It has been more boring, but again, nice movement coming through. Look to the 1850 today to close above. If it can, then we can move to the 1950, so on and so forth. Ethereum is just struggling due to this stupid gas. Get us the ETH 2.0, then it'll look a bit better. DOT, looking okay, consolidating. I think DOT could have an explosive move on it soon. I asked this of the community before, and I'll ask it again. There's, one thing with DOT is it could actually benefit as well from being tradable in more places. I don't see a reason why it can't be. Maybe there is one that I don't understand. But yeah, DOT could get added to services, and that's something that does benefit. Look at Cardano the other day, getting added to Coinbase, boom, massive opportunities. And DOT is getting more popular each and every day. Few people in LTC. LTC is slower, so it will take some time to come through. Couple of donations coming in here. Dan Gallinger, $5. Tommy, MRKR, had a lot of insider trading reported and jumped big after hours. How do you help yourself decide if you're too late or not? No rush. Thank you very much, Dan. We will look at that in just a few moments. We've also got another donation coming in from Alexander Powers. I don't know why I was just thinking, was it Austin Powers or something like that? Then $2. Can we look at my baby MVIS? Is that your baby now? The stock is your baby. We will have a look at MVIS. 56 Parallel says, hi, Tom, could you please check, or I'm not sure if I'll be able to do that one, CIIG. If I remember later, I'll have a go. Best place to buy, sell BTC. Assume you're talking about a broker, is that right? Not sure. Definitely ask the community there. Let me see. Doc going to 55 soon, says amateur day trader. Can always trust the amateur day trader. Thank you very much for your opinion, though. That's good. People will rush pile on the doorway. BTC exit. Noob bag holders. Okay, so with BTC, and this has been mentioned on other channels, I'm sure it has, but I'll bring it on. I just think it's worthwhile considering it. You might as well follow this person on Twitter, whatever it is. It's like Bitcoin price halvings on Twitter or something. But look, I believe in these types of things. I believe in these seasonal events. Let me get the screen up. This stuff is worthwhile just understanding. So here you've got the halving event, and you've got the bullish movement that's happened over time. And I'm sure a few of you have seen this. Yes, a lot of people do go through this one. It's about, a lot of investing is about understanding cycles. If you're a medium to long-term investor, or let's say long-term investor, you will understand that when bull cycles come back in, they often last 7 to 10 years. It's statistically likely they'll go for 7 to 10 years, which will give you the ultimate diamond hands. Because really, if you're holding through that period of time, what are you doing? You're taking advantage of a strong sentiment hold in stocks that you like, or stocks that you like, depending on how people want to say it. Where are we now? We're in between this zone here. So I haven't necessarily I don't even know if we've seen the end of Bitcoin, but will there be an epic fall at some point? I believe so. I know a few people won't like me for that one, but there will be a hyper extension at some point this year. if that hyperextension does occur, and you'll be able to tell, and we'll talk about it on this channel, don't worry, we'll be able to tell if the big hyperextension comes through. It'll look like a vertical rocket ship to the moon. The euphoria will be real. It'll be all over the newspapers. People will be running down the street with Bitcoin chains on. They'll have Bitcoin rings. Bitcoin number plate will sell for $3 million or something, or $10 million. When that happens, you'll know it's the end for that cycle. But the cycles will begin at every single time. I'm thinking this is Bitcoin 2.0. It's like Internet 1.0 was the dot-com boom. Then there was like a period after that where you saw another rally. That was Internet 2.0. And now we're at Bitcoin 2.0. And then there'll be Bitcoin 3.0, where it will mature as a market. Will it be as exciting? No, it'll be a bit more boring, but it will move quite a lot. What do you guys think? Elliot Anderson says, we haven't hit the typical market bubble yet. Still a long way to go for BTC. I kind of agree with you there, Elliot. Like, absolutely. There's time. It might sound ridiculous for some people. It may, but yeah. Bitcoin needs all countries and their citizens to accept it. But at this price, it looks way too overinflated. Look, I'm not talking about this price. I'm just talking about the fact that you still usually see that vertical movement through. All right, let's go back up here and answer Dan's question. So this is MRKR. And we've got plenty of things to go through today. We'll be looking at Tesla. We'll be looking at all of your favorites. I know what you guys like to see. We'll look at them, don't worry. Pre-market 227, supposedly some insider trading. 26.67%. You know what's become my favorite thing at the moment? I might do it with the stream. Is looking at insider trading, or more particularly CEOs holding their company and not selling it in pharmaceuticals and healthcare and things that need approval, FDA approval. It seems to be quite a good little thing. Find literally the ultimate diamond hands, no one selling from the CEO perspective or the people in the company into approvals. It's amazingly accurate when they don't sell into their approval process, how often it gets approved. Top tip. 228 here on the pre. Now you ask the question, when is it too late? Well, generally you want to have a look at where is the resistance and the support for the market. So the reason why it's sitting around this 230, you can probably instantly see it. It's the low points, these wick low points and this high over here. So you see this high, then you got a wick, then you got some noise in here. So that's why it's stopping at the 228. Why did it gap down? Would be a question I would also ask myself. I don't know what this is, if it's just because the market was falling that day or something else. Also, why did it go so far up on this day? So when I'm determining whether it's left me, the train has left the building or not, I want to know two bits of information. What is this all about fundamentally? Because you should bring it in when you see these type of extraordinary days of grain. 1 second. Let me just quickly switch this out. This one here. And I also want to know what the hell that is. I know why it's stopping here. It's a point of resistance. So do I think there's more in it? Well, history will tell you, yeah, there is more in it. I mean, it's been $3, it's been $3.50. So it's not like a train that's run away just yet. However, it's at a critical resistance. So I would probably need to wait for a little bit more, and I would do my research here, Dan, on what is that? What is that? Understand both. Once you know what it is, and you could think that this particular bit of news is similar to this one, then you can start to dial in 3 and 350, and it may not be over. So it's an interesting thought, but yeah, at this stage, I would just have to say it's hit resistance in the pre-market, and you've got to be careful and understand those two bits of information. So it's not over necessarily. I understand why it's got here. It's my birthday today. Happy birthday, Pluck. Great to have you here. Alexander Powers, this is MVIS. Microvision. Well, you'll be happy it's up, but it was down a bit more yesterday. Down 8.6% yesterday, guys. 2.26% up today. Is there some good news that we can give you? Well, it looks similar to all the others. You've got kind of like a support here and a bottom here, and then possibly a right shoulder here. Kind of looks almost flag-like as well with the right shoulder, the way it's compressing through this event. Do I like the current price? 1630 is in the middle of nowhere, so that's not going to help you. 1630 is just here. But as you move up, let's say you get through Well, I would like to see it get through this $18. I really feel like you get through 18.70 back to the highs for you. 20 probably won't matter. Why would it? It doesn't care about 20. So 20 won't matter. Back to the 24 would be your target. So there's a lot of bullish promise in the MVIS. However, it needs to close above this 18.70. Don't worry about this left-hand side. Get above here. I'd be getting pretty damn bullish on it actually above this bit, which is just any of the closes, because remember they gapped and sold off. So above 18 would still be good. All of that would be signaling a little flaggy. Let me get the flag through. I'll show you. Down like this. Okay. Take that, extrapolate it out. You can take from the bottom on flags, or you can take from the top. Generally, yeah, I'll put it through the top. The bottom, you'll notice, does perfectly line up, but we'll go with the top on this one. So this is predicting even higher, but yeah, I do still think 24 is where I would be pretty much going, okay, I'm done with this, or if I'm holding it and I believe in it, I'd be just happy with that. So look for the $18 plus range, set an alert there, and hopefully it can move through. As it takes out this last high at 17.75, it will be starting to really solidify the bull flag, and you can continue moving on with this pair. And of course, I've closed my chat. Let me get back up here. JP does not like the Bitcoin. What about the Nasdaq hula hoop? Oh, we looked at the Nasdaq literally just before. We covered it pretty much straight away. TMC, $2. Wondering your thoughts on CIG. We'll do that in just a few seconds. TMC. Let's continue around the market here. So the Nas in the futures. People want to keep looking at this Nasdaq, and I know why. And we'll look at the future. We'll actually look at the pre-markets as well in just a few moments. So the 12,800 or 777, 750, whatever you want to call it, was reached. I expect, and I'm really torn here, whether the market wants to get a 12.8 into the open. So we've been pretty good at predicting almost to the point the open. I thought in today's video, I'll call the US 500, 39.30 on the open. Okay, 39.30 on the open. We'll go with that one. This Nasdaq, a little bit harder to figure out where it's going to open up. But yes, support. Incredibly important zone. Movement up, 13,000 for today will be your resistance that I believe a lot of selling will come at from the day traders. And if it gets through the 13,000, then we'll move to the 13,300, through the 13,300 to the 13.6. These are the important zones for day traders, swing traders, and investors. It's all about the support though today. And if you're a big bear, you got the big bear boots on. The big bear boots need to be underneath this level, underneath this low here specifically, which is 12,672. A close on the day underneath that, all the way back down to 12,300 we go, and probably fairly aggressively, it'll make for a crazy Monday. But remember, quadruple witching hour is upon us. And what does this mean? Huge amounts of trading activity, and of course, volume, and a lot of people delivering contracts. What is the quadruple witching hour? Some people may ask. It is a time in the market where you get all of these expiring at the same time. You have stock index futures, stock index options, stock options, and single stock futures all expiring simultaneously. So the importance here is just huge amounts of trade coming through. It's really, really big. Let's have a look at the pre-market screen. I'm going to bring it on. I'm excited. I haven't looked at this yet. I haven't looked. I'm telling you. I thought I'd do it on the stream for once. Let's have a look here. Okay, here we go. I haven't recessed. I haven't refreshed. Let's have a look. Okay. Square, strong. Very big rebounds in Square usually. FedEx, 4.17%. Teladoc, 1.15. We'll be taking a look at what Ark's been purchasing, because I think it's interesting just to see how much they're just continuously pumping through on the fact that they are dedicated to some of their stocks. And that's impressive. To have commitment is good. And on the downs, yes, I would expect if we have a green day today, guys, JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs will both generally trade lower. So we've had this same thing time and time again. On the red days, JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs are trading up due to the Treasury yields, and JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs are trading down on the green days for the Nasdaq. So just watch that thing. So pre-market, still a little bit quiet, nothing too flamboyant here, mostly 1%ers, which makes sense when we only have a NAS up, what is it? I've lost the NAS on this one, but not up much, like 0.4%. Let's have a look at what a lot of people are here for, GME and AMC. We have our thoughts on that soon. Riot blockchain up because of Bitcoin, COS, Afria, Oxygen, AMC, Tilray, Sundial, all up. Look at them. And on the downside, these. So AMC is up 14.22. Could it be the day it gets 16? $14 on the close. We need to hold above the $14. We can do that. We move forward and through. Okay, TMC, let's do your SIG now and then move on to the other ones. I assume it's this. Nice consolidation. Instantly, I look at this and I go, yes, I like that consolidation. Volume has been, well, volume improved here, but it has been pretty large through these dips. Probably like to see another big day of volume, like higher. If it closes through, let's say it gets through this resistance. Not a bad one. What is this? I have no idea what that says. Electric Utilities. But I don't know what the company is. I can't read it. I don't know. CIA, Energetica, minus, Gerace. Oh, wow. It's got a serious name. This is a good level of support, though. And beautiful consolidation after a very steady decline. Decline, resistance, decline, retest, nice volume. Moves through, coiling, volume increase. I'd like to have a daily breakout close above this, and you've got then quite a few things that you can play out. First one, you can play out the trend line. You can play out the distance here, get that, extrapolate it out, boom. Do we get down? Oh, close. I'd actually go a little bit more arrogant. I would go towards the 250 as my take profit if I was trading this. Very nice support, not bad. I don't even need to look at another time frame, but I'll go to the 4 hour just in case. It's all good. Nice consolidation there. Thank you for the donation. Cold Steel brings up a great point. Don't fall in love with any particular stonk. It's true. It's the cardinal sin. Scarfio says, at FX Evolution, dip resistance points to buy the dip on GME for today. Oh, we'll talk about GME. No worries. That's a good point, though. Nope. Haha lol what says BlockFi is good for buying your coins because they offer interest on the coins you keep there. That's absolutely correct. So I'll be announcing something with BlockFi, but yeah, you'll see up the top. If you want to support the stream, you've been thinking about BlockFi for a while, it's a great service. You can go check that out. And yes, you can order or you can make money from staking your coins there if you want to as well. Sean says, morning, Tom. Do you think AAPL could recover to $1.23 EO day? Bought calls for next Friday. Certainly do, Sean. The thing with that as well is you're moving into a March 23rd announcement event. So when is March 23rd? I've lost track of time. Tuesday next week. So if you have a good session today, good session Monday, you could potentially even sell into the event depending on how it works. How is a bull cycle 7 to 10 years? What do you mean, how is the bull cycle 7 to 10 years? Let me scroll back up here and go through this comment. I've lost the comment. Damn it. How is a bull cycle 7 to 10 years when Bitcoin crashed 3 times in the last 10 years? Whoa, 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 whoa. Different bull cycles. Whoa, hold back. We're talking stock market bull cycles versus Bitcoin bull cycles. No. Bitcoin bull cycle don't last past like 500 days. No. Totally different markets, my man. Totally different markets. You've got to be careful there about what you're talking about. Stock market cycles, 7 to 10 years. Bitcoin cycles, a lot less. You'll notice on that chart I brought up before, it was just days. Don't worry, Scarfio. We'll get it. Daring Offense, $2. VUZI, please. Would I be chasing if I bought in now? Chasing. Is this going to be some vertical thing? Let's have a look. Oh, okay, it's not that bad. I thought it would be like one of these ones like Rocket the other day. It was like 40 bucks, and then everyone was like, let's buy it. It's like yesterday, everyone was on Cardano. Tom, I want to know what Cardano, $1.60 Cardano. If sometimes if the community is really into something, it's probably a warning sign that you don't want that just for that day. You want it to be in. I mean, I didn't hear about Volkswagen a week ago or 2 weeks ago, but I've heard about it a lot this week. 24.58, is this chasing? So you saw it go as low as 12.58. Now it's up here. Look, it's not chasing depending on what your plan is for it. So why do you like this company? How big is this? 1.3 billion at this price. Clearly no daily close above the 24-ish price, 23.80. So that's important. It has gone higher to the resistance and sold off. Last time that spelled the end of it. So we must be hyper aware of that through this trading session. But look, if you get a little daily close above here, above this zone, yeah, I think it's okay to do that. You have to really love it though. Are you going to be able to hold it? Is it a great trade? No, probably not. But if you want to get in, I don't think it's chasing because you've seen the correct kind of process. You've had a resistance with a wick. Body closures here. You've closed through on the 4 hour. So actually it's already confirmed on the 4 hour that it wants to move to the next level. It's pulled back, found support at the roll reversal of the double resistance, and is now 24.50 in the pre-market. So I don't think you're chasing, but you've got to ask yourself what's your plan here. If you think this is a great trade, it could be okay because it's closed out, but I don't think it's exceptional. My opinion only. BTC 20K will happen. I'm not doubting it, JP. BTC into the 20s and 30s will probably be where it ends up through after the cycle, but not yet. C Money, $4.99. Great job, Tom. Thank you very much. Can you take a look at CLOV? I know not much to go off, but can it break 10? Okay, let's have a look at CLOV, and then we'll get into a few other popular stocks. $8.51. Can it break 10? So it's launched at 10. Is this some SPAC-y thing or something? Whenever something comes in at 10, I just assume it's a SPAC. So 996, can it break it? Well, you know you can't tell, can it break it yet? But can it get there? Sure. As it's consolidating through this point, if it continues to kind of coil within this zone, it makes a stronger case for trying to get through 10. But look, at this stage, I would think 10 is going to be the resistance to the top side. And then what you want to do is this. Notice how it interacts with the 10 zone. So I would expect a pullback, possibly back to 9, a movement up. And then guys, if it does this, if it coils underneath, top tip, if something coils just underneath a resistance, and the resistance is tenner, so it's like $10, key psychological, and it's sitting there, it's doing this. A lot of people in the private room will know what I'm about to say. When the market coils at this level, what's it telling us about what's going on? It's saying it's ready to move to the next zone on the breakout from this point because it's coiling, it's resetting. Think about what it's doing. It's resetting all the indicators. It's resetting the RSI. It's resetting the MACD. It's resetting all these things. And when it breaks out, it smashes that 10. So depending on how the market interacts before it gets through the zone, if it coils, it's much stronger. I couldn't tell you past 10 here because I think that will be a big problem, but look for little hints like that. C Money, good luck. Why have an exchange traded fund when you can get it yourself? Why have one or why trade one? Exchange traded funds are really, really awesome. Like, there's nothing wrong with exchange traded funds as part of your portfolio or whatever you want to do. Cheap too. I think it's cool. All right, let's go through some other things I wanted to mention. Now, this is Ark Funds, kathysark.com or something. I don't know what website. I guess it's some external, but I quite like this one. So this shows you their ETF trade trends, and you'll notice that they've been piling into a few stocks recently. We all know about the PLTR. A few people asked me about that today. We've got, it looks like, was that Twitter? I don't know why they're so big on that. We've got Beam, BLI, TDOC. All of these have been improved. But what I wanted to mention was just really the fact that they've been trading yesterday and they've been continuously buying some of their companies. Look at this. Look at these purchases coming in from TDOC. So that was the Amazon news day. They purchased quite a lot of units. Then they purchased more of it yesterday. So they're really doubling down. They purchased more and more and more. They've been all over this type of stuff. And obviously there was the Tesla buy. So they're really purchasing and doubling down on their commitment orders and the stocks that they believe in. And I think one thing that's commendable is that they are continuously believing in their specific sentiment, their specific information. Oh, Drew, I missed your comment before. Sorry, Drew. Drew said, you've become a regular part of my morning routine. Thank you so much. Thanks for the great education. Appreciate it. Appreciate it so much. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Thank you, Drew, for the big donation before. Yeah, so with Ark, it's showing you a couple of things. What is Buffett well known for? His commitment to purchase certain stocks. Now, someone mentioned before, don't ever fall in love with one stock. And that's why your portfolio shouldn't technically be all Tesla or all Apple or all anything. You still need some diversification, but you've also got to have, really strong commitment towards whatever it is. Maybe that's a strong commitment towards the Nasdaq index or a strong commitment towards the S&P 500. It's an interesting thought approach. So today, just to quickly rebounce here, BTC 58,630. It's looking good. US 100, we'll have this thing trapped all morning, don't worry. US 30, Dow 32,915. We don't mention it much because it's a bit boring. US 500, 39.24. I'm just going to go out there and think that it's going to go at 39.30. And then dollar index actually coming off a little bit here, 91.84. Let's have a look at this. See, we know where to draw our resistance. Look at it. No, you don't get through that. That's where we put the upwards fence. The upwards fence comes in here. We've never even used a resistance fence. It's not our style at the moment. But yeah, that's right. We're pressuring this down right now. Mostly for you guys. I think there's opportunity both ways. But yeah, mostly for you guys. We'll pressure that dollar index down for now. US Treasury yields 1.68. Moving on down at the 20 moving average. Oh, it's continuing to slump, which is pushing the pre-market up a little bit. The US 100 NAS is moving forward. Okay, let's do GME and AMC. I know a lot of you guys want to know my thoughts on this. What am I thinking? I drew this one up yesterday in the video, and I think it's actually not a bad little analysis. Here is a series of lower highs on a crazy little time frame, 15 minutes, but it's been a pretty good time frame on GME. Now, Sid, what are your thoughts here? Sid trades way too much GME. Bullish movement possible if we close above this little 15-minute downward trend. What I like to do is I actually prefer, I need a new line, so I have to keep holding those. This is what I want. I want that. Boom. That's what I want. I want it to break through this series of lower highs, break the last peak over here, the resistance, left-hand side peak. And when it does that, then we can move to the next area. We can move up here to the resistance. And where's that resistance? Around 240. Yeah, I know it's not. For OCD people, it's not exactly on. I can't even get it there. Whatever. But you know what I mean. The $240 area seems in order. And that's just because you're breaking a sequence. And that sequence sentiment is just continuously negative here. Lower highs, lower peaks, lower troughs, lower peaks, lower troughs. 200 support reached. The other terribleness that will happen on GME if it goes down, unfortunately, back to the 173. So if it continues to fail underneath the 200, back to the 173. If we move through what I would think is probably about this point here, I'd be relatively bullish from a technical standpoint, and my opinion, to the 240. The 240 level looks okay. The 295 level looks good after that. And then we go back to the 350, but just underneath the 350, probably around 345, you would find some resistance in this pair. AMC, on the other hand, is more interesting in many ways because it continuously tries to hold above, but fails to do so on significant time frames. So this price action, like this 8 hour, nice rejections, and it looks like it wants to have the next move, the squeeze towards 16. It really does. It really does. Daily didn't quite do it for us yesterday. Closed to the 14, the same point. So the daily was the one I really wanted to see. 4 hour has closed several times above The 8 hours now closed above and has some nice like rejection looking candles. 2 hour, all of these ones are just holding it. So maybe again, the first 30 minutes, if we get bullish sentiment through it, it can make a move to the next level. What do you guys think? Up or down for GME and AMC? Let me know. Hobson Trollline says oil almost hit down 10% yesterday. Quad witching, contract rolling. Most likely, yes. Quite a lot of rolling and also an overpriced oil market. I've mentioned it for a long time that for me, oil was boring after 65. It went a little bit too high, it hyperextended, and then we got that crash. But today, $60.28 per barrel. We'll revisit AMC and GME throughout the stream. Caramaga, $4.99. Thanks, Tom. Could you take a look at PPG? Certainly can. PPG Industries, 150 up 0.13. This is in process industries, industrial specialities. Looks like it's moving forward for a breakout. Going to the weekly. Okay, so I went to the weekly there because we had a few closes above. Look for the weekly to hold. So today, for it to hold above 150 will be very strong. I could see this movement down, previous resistance becomes support, and then you can move back up. Price target's going to be very hard. I doubt has this ever been this high? No. Consolidated for some period throughout the 15 into 18 into 19. Yeah, I mean, it's looking good. It's looking good. Look for the weekly close above this zone, and then any pullback back into the 148 should be good. But there's no bearish tendencies in this stock right now. It has strong bullish technicals, and things look good towards the things like the 160 and possibly further. It's not a knock it out of the light, knock it out of the ballpark in terms of how much money you make off it from a dollar amount, but it looks like it's consistent. It's got a little double bottom in here. I can see that straight away, and it's the right type of formation moving forward, Cara. Good luck. Quadruple dip day, says W Diggs. I wouldn't short leverage anything today, says Nightshade. It's a scary day to trade from the short side. Yeah, boy Huss says, sup fam. Sup, ya boy. Good to have you here, bro. Jake Bean says 250 likes and 1,500 watching. Do the right thing. I appreciate the support there. Harry Chu says, is oil rebounding or a bull trap? I would think it probably tries to rebound here. Let's quickly look at oil. There's oil, little 50 exponential, and the support. It must really hold here. If it doesn't hold here, I mean, it could epically collapse, back down to this zone. So if it doesn't hold here, it's moving way further down. I've been following oil for some time. Yeah, if it can't hold 58 a barrel, this 58, 53 where it is now, I would say back down here. Very strong zone in this area. One of the things you also want to do, don't know why this line's down here, let's get rid of that, is draw a fib on this from the bottom to the top and consider where are we. So we're at the 23.6 fib. Why do I like this level even more? I'd probably be patient myself and just go here. But if you're bullish oil, it's certainly the first area of quality dipping. That's a quality dip level. This here is the serious level. That's the serious level. Sal de Cristo, $1.99. Let me have a look here. Why can't I see it? Sal, what do you think, guys? What did Sal ask for? You know it. Could you do ZG? I swear, Sal, you come in here every day and ask for ZG. We'll do ZG for you because people trade this one. This is Zillow Group. Yesterday was a bit brutal. Pre-market today should be up 1%. So it turns out that, unfortunately, when it did close under here, it did spell disaster for it initially, didn't it? Look, we've looked at it every day. I've been kind of trying to get a positive spin on it, but yeah, it looks like it kind of wants lower. How can it go lower if the market is going to go green though? Oh, there is no signal here that's bullish, is there? I mean, above 151, sure, we're going bullish. 139 though. 139. So it's even only up 1% the pre. What are some of these others? I'll look at Square later. I mean, could it... 200 on the 4 hour. I mean, I have absolutely no idea on that direction, other than if I was not in this stock and not, let's say, in love with it or anything like that, I would think the 132 is the zone, and then I'd be looking at it up. And in here, I'd be so neutral on it either way, or mostly bearish. I'd be more bearish than bullish. And if it gets back up, closes through the 151, then you can move to the 160. And you know, I've told you several times before, I'm super bullish at a close above this 161. There, I get super bullish. That's where I would trade. I'd trade from here to here. That's the type of thing that I would do sell. Unfortunately, with ZG though, there's nothing good on the charts. It's just really, really, really tough. Really tough. Scrolling back through here, I want to read some other people's comments. Scarfior says, I think my stream is like 10 minutes behind. You got to get updated there. You got to get the MBN in Australia, as we say. Paul Lee says, I got wrecked on ADA. Were you watching the stream, Paul? That's unfortunate, though. That is unfortunate. Alan says, true boomer. Am I the boomer, Alan? Or is somebody else the boomer? Your boy Huss, Australian $5. Hi, appreciate your content and knowledge. Can we take a look at the daily Dash US dollar TP on Binance? Any divergence? Love from Melbourne. Oh, you're in Melbourne as well. Great country. Great city, yeah? Melbourne, we unfortunately all we got a thing because we all went through a big lockup last year. Let's have a look here at Dash. So it's Dash, and then you're just doing Tether, and you want it on the Binance one. What's the TP? The futures. Is it important we use the futures? Let me have a look here. Okay, 230. I don't know why it'd be important to use the futures. Let's just use this one. Be a bit more clean. Okay. Let's use the data. We've got here 250. Great resistance. It's a privacy coin, this one. It's had some big runs in it. Oops, warning. I don't know what that is all about. So this is looking pretty nice. Strong formation coming through. Nice resistances. Nice resistances. Twice here. Strong, strong, strong. As long as it holds the trend line, it's good. Movement up to 250. 250 could be hit by resistance. Now, if you're following it this way, it must close around here. So whenever you're using an ascending triangle, the first part from here to here, or the first 2/3, it's okay to close above. It's okay to have its movement. But in that last final 1/3 area, we don't want it to start petering out. So with any ascending triangle, abandon ship at this point. Get out. Don't consider it an ascending triangle that you're interested in trading anymore. So yeah, I like Dash. I like it from this perspective, especially that trend line. If you do want to take it from this kind of ascending triangle point of view, it's pointing towards a 310. I don't think that really matters. So it's not proofing with what I'd be looking at, which is more of a 320. This particular coin has had a huge movement in the past. I mean, you put this on perspective and go like a month if we have the data. We don't. But I can tell you it went over $1,000 during 17. Do I think it ever gets there again? No, because privacy coin stuff has changed a little bit. But Dash is one of the better plays in this space. I like the trend line. Keep watching the smaller time frames. Go down to the 4 hour. Dial in a little bit here. But 250 is a strong resistance. And you must break this, your boy Huss. Appreciate the donation. Tell us about Tesla, Andres said. We will. We will. Thad says Tom OCGN is coiling on 10, just like you were talking about. All right, well, I might have a look at that, Thad. I don't Tesla, says Mr. Richie Rich. If you're Mr. Richie Rich, shouldn't you be Teslaing? Give the dollar time to go higher. Well, we're going to give it time, but we've still got the trap set on the dollar. There's the US dollar index. AMC up, GME down. Yeah, the trend change, or the actual charts look better for AMC than they do GME. Stoyan Kamashev, BGN, $5. Hi, Tom. Can you take a look at FTM, US dollar tether? What are the more optimistic targets? By the way, you triggered KSM whale sniper alert yesterday. Yeah, those sneaky KSM traders. I'll just show you KSM. Let me just load KSM. Damn, guys. You guys are crazy. Look at you go. So this actually wasn't even on my radar. And it was thanks to somebody in the private community about, a month ago. And I was looking at DOT and I was like, I was cursing. I was like, why did I miss out on DOT? Why did I miss out on DOT? Am I under a rock? Am I dumb? Am I stupid? And that's what I was thinking. And I found out about the KSM and I noticed how it was trading and holding the range. And I actually quite like this one. So it's doing well right now. It's on its little run. The main reason I was here is it's kind of like I called it hyperactive DOT. So because it's hyperactive DOT and it had a really small market cap at the time, it was a very interesting play. But congrats to KSM traders. It continues its little bullish movement here. Do I think it's a great price right now? No. But it is moving up. Market capitalization still probably under my longer term target. Interesting one. We've mentioned it on the stream quite a few times. So that is good that you did well on this. FTM US dollar tether. Phantom. Phantom had a big run on it, didn't it? 86. I like its name. It reminds me of a comic book I used to collect as a kid. I don't know anything else about it though. Let's have a look at the closures here. So 4 hour is looking okay. Let's go to the daily. I actually want to draw proper resistance. No close above. Okay, so we can line that up. Yes, nice consolidation. Check the volume out on some of the time frames. Nice. Supports. The daily is much nicer on this than the other ones. Look. Let me get that through the wicks. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. I want to get above 45 on this Stone. I want to get above 45. Let's get a closure above 45. Little bit of a retest. Probably won't because it's a crypto. But you've got some good profitability here. You've got 0.55. You've got the 0.6. You know that every 5-cent increment seems to matter. After it closes through here, then you've got that 0.55, you've got the 0.6 resistance, and then you've got the 0.7. All very nice percentages. 7.63% up today. Nice consolidation zone. Strong daily on this one. The daily, I believe, is the key to that. The daily. XM says, my poor Tesla. Lou said, serious, it's going down more. I hope not for ZG. Long-term trend tells along a good upside for ZG. Okay, let's just quickly go to ZG. When I said that, and we're talking about Zillow, I'm talking about a matter of dollars, yeah? it's a very small amount of dollars on the smaller time frame. You put it in a monthly, yeah, it looks pretty okay. Go to the weekly though. That's where the better story happens. So the weekly here, the 20 moving average, and that's why today you must move up. In fact, you want the close to be above these bodies. So no anything under 140, we don't want that. Nice rejections here for the weekly. Yes, I agree. The weekly 20 is very, very nice. But hold up. Give me your back above 140. The small time frames are unreadable. It's unreadable. But we've got our nice strong time frames up here, where once you're in this zone and you're trapped like in here, once you close out, the story is very good for ZG. Okay, we're getting up to Glenn Bear, $10. I try to watch your channel every morning. Appreciate that. And I'm learning a lot regarding the coiling pattern. Is there a number of peaks you look for? Could you preview ZVO if possible to run to $6? Cheers and thank you. Okay, let's have a look at ZVO. Let's see if it's doing some some coiling, as you say. Coiling. Maybe I'll take some snapshots of things that I look for. I might actually have one. Let me see. Maybe I have one. No, I don't have one specifically that I've already got an image for, but I will get one for you. So let's preview this and talk about whether there is any coiling here. So there's like nice 2-hour consolidation. What I mean by the coiling, let's see if there is one here. Because you're not always going to see it, but when you see it, you'll know what it is. I don't think any of these are, yeah, there's nothing in this chart that's showing me it. Look, I like this consolidation right where it happened. Everything is pointing towards bullish movement. Whoops, that line is terrible. Let me get rid of that. I always keep using those ones. Horizontal support, resistance, support. Great buying off the 537 just from a resistance support area. Nice level of consolidation. Heaps of moving averages behind it. 50 exponential, 200 simple. Things are looking better. Now you can move towards the 580. And as you would know, there's a lot of noise between the 580 and the 6. But you close past the 6 and things could get much, much nicer. Let's have a look at the daily. Daily close literally there. Anything above that is good. Notice I lined it up with all those bodies. That's important. You've got a $7 big issue at the end. You asked about could it get to 6? Yep. But you will have to contend with that exact level first. 585 is your big problem. I don't even think 6 is the problem after that. It probably goes further. Maybe to the 7. 7 is a big issue. You just can't hold there. Nice daily, nice bullish, 2 hours. It's not bad, Glenn. Good luck. I will bring up the coiling again. Continue watching. I'm probably going to cut snippets. Like I'll just have when the market's a bit more boring. 59,000, by the way. 59.2 on Bitcoin right now. Very nice. So I will take some snippets from the live stream and then post them on the YouTube when I go through like a concept that I want to really share with everybody. Thank you, Glenn, again. Bitcoin breaking up, says Nick. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Let me get caught up here. I am behind. You guys are supporting massively. Aposto, Russian, $10. BTCST, Bitcoin Standard Hash Rate, aims to bring exchange-grade liquidity to Bitcoin mining and solve the current problem of a limited number of exit options while participating in the mining process. Is that like some kind of like donation for me to talk about Bitcoin Standard Hash Rate or something? But yep, all right, there we go. Thank you very much, Aposto. Do appreciate the donation. Don't really have too much opinion on that at this stage. Shire, $2. Can you check out Kamiko CCJ? I'm not sure if Bitcoin will really ever be the best usability coin. It's probably not. It's just a scarcity thing. And the great thing about Bitcoin is that most people lost it. So I had some back in the day. I traded on the MT Gox. I was like an OG gangster making it on my computer. But guess what? I sold them for $15 like a moron. So because I did that, somebody else in MT Gox got it. It probably got lost. And now it's sitting on someone's hard drive in some kind of tip. But that's what's happened. So many people lost their Bitcoins back in the day, or there's a huge amount. I mean, we estimated this the other day, and I think I went and did some research on it. It's about 30% is expected to be lost. So Kamiko CCJ, $18 in the pre-market, up 0.95%. I would be a little bit bearish on the movement here. I think that it goes down. Oh, that's not a good weekly. That's a nasty looking weekly. If it closes like that, but we don't know what yet. I think just a little bit further down, 1728. Hopefully it meets the 20 exponential moving average. That's been a good little zone. Gives us your breakout, your retest, and then you can move up. check out that weekly close. And if it does close like this, and then you get follow through, as in it continues to move down underneath the support line I've drawn, be unfortunately bearish on it, and you might be looking at 15. So look to the close on the weekly here for this one. Thank you for the donation, and I wish you all the best. Let's now have a look at Tesla. You guys want Tesla, I understand. 1% up pre-market to the 660. The exact support resistance zone that we're concerned about. Now, should we be concerned about Tesla? I don't believe so yet. Okay, I don't believe so yet. We're right around the correct area for it to try to bull. But today, guys, just like all these days when we get down here in this swinging, witching day nastiness, we need it to go long around here. So we go down to the 4 hour. Here it is, 650, one-ish. What is it yesterday? 653 on the close. We need it to go long. Key technicals for you to have on the charts. We've got the resistance at 720. We must have that resistance broken for things to get bullish back up to the 800. Continue to watch between 780 and 800. I'll draw my little rectangle in here. The low, this area here, when it gets through, is going to be what you're looking for. And if you're a bear on Tesla, any close today down further, unfortunately, I believe it means further downside pressure on Tesla. So if Tesla does something that is opposite to the market, let's say the Nasdaq goes up and Tesla goes down, unlikely that is what occurs, but if it does, yes, that would be very bearish. Back down to 550, and I'm actually thinking if Tesla starts failing here, there'll be buying support here, don't get me wrong. But if Tesla fails this area, which it shouldn't, but if it does, I might have to bring out the big weekly again. And the big weekly, you're not going to like it. It could be a 500, 450. Back into the structure. Tesla's structure, 450 to 500, that's the key zone. But it's not even close to that right now. We are at 660 pre-market. We're holding the zone, holding. Not even close to that. But the bad bear case scenario would be a 450, 500. And I'm sure Ark Invest and everyone else will be piling in at that price. Definitely check it out. Alan says, I am not the boomer. Okay, cool. Thank you very much, Alan. The Justa Show, $4.99. Can you check out Neo? Been thinking about buying this dip? We certainly can. So 660, I would like to see a hold above that. I don't care if it's 665. I don't care if it's 662. Get it more bullish, ideally like a 680 or something at the end of the day, or even better, a 700 plus. Do you guys reckon Tesla can get above 700? I tend to think so. US 500, 39.24 into the open is 0.08 up. US 100, Nasdaq, 12,852 up 0.36%. It's all about crypto right now. I don't know what's going on. DOT's moving 4.22%, 36.85. XRP 47 and Bitcoin 58,868 was as high as 59.2, I think, just before. Ethereum 1,820. So it looks like nice recoveries led by Bitcoin in this session. Let's now check out Neo. For Neo traders, usually a little bit of Tesla action is where you want to be looking. It's come back down to the support of 41.55, previous buying zone. You can see how it's almost a carbon copy of the Tesla trade. The only difference with Neo is that it's got a little bit more resistance in front of it, and you do not want this thing, and I repeat this, no underneath 40 anymore. We crashed underneath 40 and quickly rebounded. That was bad. That was scary under here. I'll like literally color that in because I don't want to look at that anymore if you're a Neo trader. But 46 becomes your resistance you want to clean above. If you clean above this, you can move to the 50. If you clean above that, you can move to the 55. I would expect huge profit taking at 55. That will literally equal a 780, 800 on Tesla. So for Neo traders, it's all synchronized with the Tesla trade as well. Someone called Neo the other day the poor man Tesla. I'm not sure if I'll go that far, but yes, it's sitting on support for the morning. You've said you've been thinking about buying the dip. Depends on your sentiment towards it. You have multiple choices. One is that you look at it at this level. Your other choice is that you wait until you get further information, but then you're going to get worse price. And if you're strong in sentiment and you want to hold it for a long time, is it the worst price ever? Definitely not the worst price, but make your own decisions there, Jasta. Appreciate your support. Nathan says, I appreciate your morning stock review. Good morning routine. Could you review Sundial? I have 1,000 of shares of Sundial. Just curious on the potential stop loss of price. Come on, Sundial. We don't do no Sundial on this channel. Look, I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of the old Sundial. You know, I think it's kind of scary. It's memey. It's terrifying. It's unreadable on the charts. Look, we can't even do a review of it. Look at it, how it moves. It's insane. Look, is it at some form of, buying pressure? Sure, you could argue a lot of resistances happened around this 147, 148. So yes, it's back on where you hope it turns around. I still do believe, and I'll just say this, that marijuana stocks in general, weed stocks, whatever you want to call them, they may benefit from the GME, AMC. If they collapsed, that would be the type of thing that you would think that benefits would come through. So, yep, interesting point. We'll leave it at that. I'm sure we'll do ZOM a little bit later. We will. Lucian Marin, SEC $20. Lucian, did you have something you wanted to say, or are you just supporting the stream? Looks like you're supporting the stream. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for the SEC 20. Thank you, Lucian. John S, $10. Tip for the oil and corn short. Another one I hate. I closed half my position on oil. Still have 30 calls at $7 on SCO. Close at open or hold to 780-ish. So, John, I'm not going to give you advice on what you want to do. I can't do that. This is an educational stream. Here's your movement. Up 14% yesterday. Nice. 735. Hold for 780-ish, which is this resistance. Okay. What is this thing? Oh, this is the Ultra Shares Bloomberg Crude Oil Trust. Ultra short. Oh, okay. So it's a... Yeah. It's just a short oil trust. I don't trade these ones because I'm from Australia. Yeah. It's probably... Let me look at US oil. I feel like it's in consolidation because this is what you're really doing. You're trading the inverse of this negative. It makes sense for it to be at the right level of support for it to find a buying pressure. So you've got to consider that when you're talking about ultra shorts. This is the level it gets to. It holds this level, buying, consolidation. I don't expect it to move too much out of this consolidation anytime soon. You will see it's a dangerous day being the quad witching hour. It's lots of contracts everywhere. So make your own decision, but it's at consolidation on the daily. Okay, at consolidation on the daily 50 exponential moving average. Usually buying pressure will come in here. Good luck. And I'm not talking about no corn short. Let me have I'll load it. I'll load it, but we're not talking about it too much. Corn futures. No. No corn futures. You're shorting this? That's a bit dangerous, bro. 546 corn short. Support becomes resistance. Look, it's very, very tough to trade these markets. The hardest trade market I've ever seen, these types of futures. Be careful in those. I'm not going to mention too much more. Cold steel, $10. What do you think of MP and iSun? We will do that in just a few seconds. Thank you for the tenner. Cold, appreciate it. Welcome to the 1,900 viewers that we've got here for Friday market open. We are seeing down yesterday, a little bit of green today. US 100, just to recap, 12,867. I'll go over my thoughts just again here. Support was found during the close yesterday. I expect bouncing pressure, hopefully, in the start of the session. You need to watch US dollar through the session. So dollar index 91.91. 91.91. Yeah, that's the price right now. If it gets above 91.96, then you may see some downward pressure come through into the stock market. If it continues to fail at 91.96, then I think that the US 100, the Nasdaq, can move towards 13,000. I kind of expected at the start of this stream for the US 500 to open at 39.30. We are sitting at 39.27 with 1 hour and 15 minutes, or a little bit less than that, to go. So far, the community has predicted almost the correct point. We were 4 points off wrong on the NAS yesterday, but we bought it up. We were getting closer near the close. And I think 1 second in, we hit that 13. So remember, the market likes to go towards critical resistances and supports for the open. 13,000 will be met, I would expect, by selling pressure from day traders and people trading through the today's session. Quad witching hour, huge volume expected. It's a dangerous day to trade and an interesting day to invest, if that makes some sense. Dangerous for trade, interesting to invest. 91.96, there's that resistance we were talking about. And the US 10 years will be also worth watching. Where's my US 10 years? For some reason, corn's taken over my charts. Get rid of that nasty corn. TVC, where are we? 1.68. Alt R, by the way, will reset you back on your charts in TradingView. There you go. That's a nice little tip. So still declining here. If this continues to fall back, you will see increased movement on the NAS. Let's now do MP. MP Materials. How big is this thing? $6.66 billion. Okay. $40.50. Bigger time frame, top down, worthwhile here if I'm not familiar with it. That's probably why I'm not familiar with it. It's too new. Maybe I've done it before, I'm not sure. Daily. So sometimes you give me toughies, guys, and I sigh because I'm like, how am I going to analyze this? I think it's going down. It's the only technical I've got here, and possibly a trend through the tops. Let's go to the 2 hour. Damn, I love that music for when you guys become members. I don't know why, I'm jamming to that right now. Nice. Resistances, lower peaks. I'll trap it like this, and I'll say this. It comes down. I don't believe it looks bullish, but the pre is bullish. So it's proving me wrong. That doesn't look bullish. Now the pre's 43.40. Where is that? Where's the pre? Right on the top? Yeah, right on the top. Okay. So it's literally here on our trend line. So I didn't even see that. But yes, I would have thought it would have gone down here and then bounced. Because it's gone up straight away, it's on the downward sloping trend. So therefore, if you continue to get bullish pressure, expect this to become, and it closes through, expect this to become dynamic. So a resistance becoming support effectively, and then hopefully bullish buying through. Let's have a look at this level here. 46.19. 46.19. Close above that, yeah, you're getting a 51. It's at resistance on the open. I'm not sure if I'm that bullish on it though at this open. I would think it sells off that point. Good luck on MP. I'll do iSun quickly for you as well. Will it load? Another one with very little data. This is much better looking. Everything points to a lot more bullish action here. You had a downward trending kind of line. It broke through, consolidated, closed above the 1536. Yes, this looks a lot better. 20 is your target and 18-ish. So 18 and 20 are your two critical zones. I think it's a very easy analysis there, even though we don't have much data. Thanks for the donation and good luck with that. We'll go back over to the US 100 as I noticed it moved up a little smidgen, 0.56%. Bitcoin trading 59,000, almost flat. If you're interested in staking Bitcoin, Ethereum, or any of those things, you can do so by checking out the affiliate link above on BlockFi. You can always check that out. Elizabeth Shue, $4.99. Hi, what are your thoughts about GM, please? My hubby is considering YOLOing, but for the long run. So how much YOLO are we talking? Are we talking like full YOLO into GM, or are we talking like a partial YOLO? You don't want to go ever full YOLO, or obviously. $60 here for GM. What is going on? Welcome to the 1,924 viewers today coming into the stream. $60. Yeah, that was a great closure. We did this one on the stream the other day. It was so beautiful. Damn, that's a nice little channel and a nice ripper trade, followed by a retest, followed by now a movement up. 1.38% up. 4 hour, 20 moving average. What do I think? Well, firstly, I am the same as I was the other day, bullish on it to the 65. It's a nice breakout. Everyone's hyped about every single one of these car companies. Volkswagen, Mazda, Toyota, Tesla, doesn't matter what it is. Everyone's coming out with some EV card, and that and that's making these things get bullish. So yes, daily is looking good to the 65. Let's have a look here at the monthly to put it in perspective of previous movements. So see another thing that's happened recently, and if this monthly closes up here, taking out wick rejections. Let's have a look at the weekly. Okay. That's a serious deal for the end of March. Just set an alert for watching this at the end of March. If it closes up here above those two wicks, very bullish on it. Very bullish. But yes, I'm thinking 65. It's trading within that kind of movement at the moment. So where are we? We're trading at 60. So you got 65. You got $5 in it. Worst case, it probably comes back down to the previous resistances and finds some support. So that'd be around that $57-ish. Leto says, what did I miss? Big Shorty is here to diss. Very good there, Leto. I like it. Can you quickly take a look at Tesla? Thanks for the content. I'm catching up. I'm so far behind, aren't I? Look at me go. Car companies don't make money. Any pullback in the market will be them going down first. Roo 2. Yeah, look, car companies, I've been saying this on the stream recently. Think about it a little bit differently, guys. I'm not big on the manufacturing of products. I think services, scalable services, are profitable in the next decade. Someone asked me today, Tom, what are your 10-year thoughts? Saleable, anything that's like a service that can be scaled. Service, it's not rocket science. I just think it's a true thing. When you produce a product, the problem is other people steal your product, then they improve upon your product. Look at GoPro for an example. It's moving now, but look at what happened to it as other people bought out products. It gets worse and worse and worse. Paul says, a whole bunch of people just got some serious fiat. They like cars. Yeah, look, cars will be purchased, but is it a sugar rush into cars? What if a fleet happened in the next decade where the millennials here in Australia, we don't even have good public transport. It's crap. But people literally don't have licenses. They don't want cars. It's bizarre. I asked, my wife's niece the other day, and I said, do you ever want to drive a car? You know what she said to me? No. I want to ride a bike. And not a motorbike. We're talking like ride a bike. So if that's true, I'm a bit worried for cars in the future. Paul Tiger T, welcome to the Stonk Squad. Thank you so much for joining the community. Salute to you, Paul. Good luck today. Appreciate it. Let me continue to get caught up here. You guys have been waiting for some time. Please hit that button. We need some hype. I think we hit the hype. We hit 500. Let's get to 1,000 anyway. We've got 2,000 people here. Like the button if you like it. But let's get into the hype. We need it. Then we'll get back into the donations and my thoughts for the session. Whoa. Didn't quite come up there. All right, here we go. I need it. Got a water break. Think about the future, guys. Think about what people are doing. Things that are coming through now. When you're long holding, those things do matter. Things change, unfortunately. Oh, yeah. Here's the stim. Active says, got my like. Thanks so much. No, thank you, Active. We hope to see you in here some more. 59,106 for BTC, and it's just getting started. Maybe. Look at DOT go, though. 37.18. Damn, DOT breaking out that resistance. And now, if it can go... Let's have a look at the daily. I just want to check it. I want to check it. 38... Oh, 38 will become the resistance throughout the session. And then we close through that. Then DOT's going to have a little hyperactive attack. Continue to watch the story. 10, what is this? 12,873. Okay. Just woke up just in time for the pump. Well, now you're certainly awake there. You don't need no coffee anymore. Somebody, I can't remember what your name was that said that, but yeah, that's good. Can you look at BTC versus BTCST versus USD? I'm not sure what that one is exactly. Let me scroll up here. Let's get caught up. We are behind. I've lost it all. The chat has been lost. There we are. We're back. No, I've literally lost some. Okay, we'll go with Ronnie. Australian $5. Could you please take a look at the Theta token? We can do this one. Theta token. Nice breakout yesterday. Closure above triggered the buys. Great consolidation. Could it be going for another crazy leg? Like a big leg movement up. That would be insane. Go to 4 hour. What happened last time when it moved out? Which moving average did it follow? 2 hour? No. 1 hour? Barely, but it did. That was a very aggressive run. 1 hour not even reached yet. So maybe if it does do a bigger pullback, it goes to the 1 hour 20. The consolidation was pretty real. It did complete at 9. Trying to figure out whether I'm bullish, bearish, or completely neutral now. It's reached 9. I think if you got into it early and you got to 9, it's a nice trade. I feel like a bit of money might go into quite a few coins today based on some of the movements that you're having come through, the stim money, all of these types of things. This 20 moving average, or the 4 hour 20 has been okay for bigger pullbacks. That would also meet in here. I feel like I'm neutral at it up here, but if it comes back down, I'll be very bullish off these levels and the 20 moving averages and everything that we've seen so far. So probably now that it's hit 9, look for it to go towards the 8. Around the 8, I would be getting interested. Look for structure, look for closures, all those types of things, Ronnie. Thank you so much for the $5 and good luck. James B, $2. Do you trade the FTSE at all? I've invested in the FTSE, but don't trade it that often. Any thoughts on RR and LSE? I'll do one for you. I don't know which one you want. Let me just quickly load LSE. That looks really bad, so I'm not going to do that one. RR, which I believe... Why do we not have RR here? It is Rolls-Royce. There we go. Now, Rolls-Royce is more interesting to me, so we'll do this one. probably more interesting to the community. Rolls-Royce is actually a giant inverse head and shoulders, and I mean a giant one. So we've done this several times on the stream, and we've maintained the exact same position, which is that it is a giant inverse head and shoulders. Left, head, right. It's in serious consolidation, and it has some interesting points. So let's go to the weekly to really dial in on it. And unfortunately with the weekly, we bring in this point, which is it's closed above before. Now we don't really want to wait for that long. So can we get anything from the monthly in terms of information? Not really. That's where the issue lies at this stage. Rolls-Royce actually looks like it's coming out of consolidation. We'll have a look at the daily volume in just a few moments, but with this hype around car companies, 124, 125, I'd be seriously considering into it. The movement as well is huge because you'd be looking at a decline that went like this. And from a TA perspective, that then extrapolates out, and it's not even enough to get it into these points, but it is to get over here. I'd be looking at 175 as the first point of resistance. Then pretty much the second point will be around that 200 flat for me. Do I like it? Yeah, I'm starting to get more bullish on the concept. I probably am waiting for a weekly to close back up above, and then I'm going to be hyper vigilant until we clear past these body levels. Hyper vigilant. I'll be watching it, and I would be prepared to go either way on Rolls-Royce at that point. But yes, it is coming out of consolidation. Daily volumes are up into that point. So up into the close here and then declining a little bit right now. Continue to watch that zone and see how the market interacts with it. Oliver Beauregard, Canadian $5. Do you think PLTR is valuable to hold, or is there nothing to do with that? Well, obviously, Kathy Wood really believes in this company. At the valuation that it's set at, I find it tough. And I'm wondering whether sometimes with this ARK fund, whether it's possibly going to their head how successful they've been. Now, they've been really good. They've been really good. But I always wonder, they're forced into a tough predicament. And that tough predicament is they must invest all the time. And a lot of the stocks they love, they can't buy any more of because then they get too big a position. They've got too much money. So PLTR looks like it's good on the surface and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just the valuation for me. Is the valuation good or not? And I'm not actually sure how to value this company successfully. From a technical analysis standpoint though, there's nothing really wrong with where it's consolidating or anything like that. You just don't want it under 22.60. No closure under there is a good closure. So as long as it holds above that point, it's all fine. There's so much buying support as well from the community. So if it keeps going up, we could move towards things like the $30 again. And that's what I would like. Is it in my kind of longer term plans? No, but it doesn't mean it's bad. It just means that I don't understand it. From a TA perspective, though, there's been some good trades on it. Today, it's not giving us a strong signal either way. It's going to be up 1.92% on the open. I expect if the Nasdaq can hold through, PLTR will continue to get busted up higher. And there's just so much support. So when sentiment is on, there's nothing quite like some of these ARK fund stocks. Things like Tesla, things like TDOC, things like PLTR. When they get going, square. They just go mental. So I am a fan of that kind of concept, but I don't know about the valuation. It's not so much the company, it's just the valuation. Does that make some sense? Hopefully it does. Paul says 500 likes and my boys are going to walk out for school. They need to get hyped. Appreciate that, Paul. Gene Molnar, US $4.99. Could you look at CPNG? We'll do that one. And then we'll do cold steels, and then we'll get back into some analysis myself on the markets. So this doesn't have much information here. It really means you cannot actually TA it. And that is the unfortunate truth. When you have this little information on something, you do not want to TA it, because what's TA? Technical analysis is taking a look at the left-hand side, guys, and then making a better informed decision on the right-hand side. You're learning about how does it trade, the psychology of the traders behind it, the levels that are key, those types of things, and making decisions that can hopefully give you like a 60 to 70 or 80% edge on that trading market or that investing area. This has nothing of the sort. So I'm not sure if this is the stock that you were looking for, but CPNG, it really is just a sea of red down, big kind of IPO, and then it's not finding support. Smaller moves, I'd need to see more. $48 might be resistance. That's all I could tell you there. Cold steel, US $10. What do you think about CLVS? CLVS. This is CLVS. Okay. Ooh, pre-market lot up 15%. 615. Always comes close to a point of resistance or support. By the way, US 500, 39.26, guys. It's coming close to the point that we predicted. 39.30. I'm going to be annoyed if it can't reach my level. This is a strong move pre-market, but it must clean above this 630. Once it does that, yes, you can think the bottom is most likely in on this stock. You would have a double bottom, so you would have the low here or the trough. You would have the same equal trough, and you would have a standard double bottom formation. That will then strengthen your position into 750, where I would expect resistance to be found, or 7. So any closure above here is going to really signal to me that the end of the downtrend is there and the movement up can recommence. So I like the pre-market action, but it just looks like it's going into the 625 resistance there, cold steel. And I would just wait for it to get through there. And once it gets through there, then you can move to the next zone. Bradley back, US $2. Peep AAL. I missed the run yesterday. All right, I'll have a quick look. I'm just going to get off camera. I'm ready. Oh, it's an airline company. 2501. Was this running yesterday? Is this what you want to look at? AAL? Where was the run yesterday? You know I hate the airplane companies. They fall out of the sky. You lose 30% of your money. It sucks and it never recovers for ages. Look, this hit resistance in my opinion. If this is the one that you're looking at, bang, there it is. You missed the run on it. Oh, well, it's hit resistance and now it may consolidate around this area for some time. Next resistance is 30 for people that are bullish on this. But I just find it very, very tough to be in airplane companies of any kind. I don't like them. This is for the first time looking a little bit bullish, but yeah, at the resistance, expect some consolidation on this one. Thank you for the donation. Rob Schwartz says GME will be at a $2 trillion cap. Rob, you having me on? $2 trillion cap? Come on. No. Don't talk crazy. Cars are expensive, says Bloodbath McGrath. That's right, they are. Matthew Harris, $5. What's your favorite thing to do in RuneScape back in the day? If you don't have an answer, can you look at ASX Zip instead? Well, see, you're pretty smart there, Matthew, because I didn't play RuneScape. I did not play RuneScape. It was even too ugly graphics for me. I know it's a great game. Maybe I missed out. I was more of a Diablo 2 fan. Love the Diablos. I play that game. And little known to everyone out there, I played Tyrone in Warcraft. He said, Tom, I beat you in Warcraft. Easy. I said, all right, let's go. Let's just say he didn't win Warcraft. He remembers. But yeah, I basically played Blizzard games. That was pretty much the way. Let's have a quick look at Zip for you. What is the community's favorite games of all time? Let me know now. I'm just going to put it out there. Diablo 2 for me. That's my favorite game of all time. Easy, not even a question. What's your favorite game? Chuck it in there. I know we've got a lot of gamers in the rooms. Most people that get into the candlesticks and the TA generally have a little bit of gaming background. Not always, but they do. No one's allowed to say Fortnite, but if you do, you can say it if you like Fortnite the most. So Zip, my thoughts are it's back on support. It's obviously had a big humbling effect after getting up there to the 1449. This was a clear hyperextension after the retail community really got hold of it and thought, yeah, let's go for that movement. I would hope it consolidates here and finds support, down 2% today. The big problem for Zip and Afterpay, did you notice that I think it's like Commonwealth Bank are also entering it? Now, I think they're a bit cumbersome and they're going to be slow, but there's more players entering this buy now, pay later kind of field, and they'll all be stealing each other's market share. So I don't think the moat around this company is that huge. It is at support from a technical perspective. Look for consolidation and a movement above there, Matthew. Chronically Sam said, yes, needed this. It's been a long week. Welcome, Chronicle. Nope says, I want a motorcycle. Talking about the bicycle before. Robot taxis. Okay, here we go. We've got games coming in. I'm interested. Half-Life and Elite from Bang Crush Tinkle. Old School Doom. Nice. I'm obsessed with Dragon Age series, says Taxi. Fallout, and let's pretend Fallout 76 doesn't exist. Fair enough. CS and Apex. Pong. There's a lot of Pong lovers here. All in Nintendo 64 games. Caddy, I've got something to tell you. Do not go back and play N64 games. It blinds you. It's bad. I played GoldenEye the other day. Oh, it's so bad. I was like, how did I even look at the screen? How did I ever look? Skyrim, Pong, Skyrim, WoW, Tetris. That's a good one. CS, PUBG, Grand Theft Auto, Zelda, N64, StarCraft. You must be very nimble to be good at StarCraft. Diablo 2 Remaster. That's right. We're all in on that. Need for Speed Underground. Okay. I liked Hot Pursuit 2. Age of Empires 2. That's usually a very popular one. This is interesting. Diablo 2 as well from Chris. You know what's up, Chris. So does Joel. So does a few others. Halo, Blizzard. This person's name is Blizzard Gaming. And they say Diablo 2. So I wonder why. That's funny. Tyrone says, Australian $2. Netflix, please. Karate Kid reruns on the cards. So do you think, Tyrone, that Netflix getting Karate Kid is going to make it go through? I'm just going to do your one first. Netflix is a tough banana because it's the most boring channeling. You can almost do credit spreads each way, couldn't you, on this type of thing? I mean, look at it. Look at it, just stuck here and in nowhere land, looking for a movement up or down. Okay, so we've got our stronger resistance up here. You've got to really go to a weekly chart to kind of cut through it. Let's have a look at the monthly. Interesting that no monthly's ever held above here. Maybe an early warning sign of things to come getting more bullish. No monthly ever above 542, but when it did close there, well, that led to a decent pull. Yeah, I think I might just put one there just to be sneaky. So I'm looking at the closes here on the monthly just because that seems to be a point that's finding resistance and finding sell pressure each time. You had the long leg doji, which was here. This long leg doji on the monthly was not broken above or below. So I'm thinking that if it can get back up to a 540, hopefully we can see movement towards the 600 again and closure through. I'll watch Netflix when it gets really impressive, but yes, it is in a massive consolidation. And on the weekly, you're really looking at a 565. So the consolidation's there. Pre-market 50, what's it down? 0.5, oh, it's up 0.59%, 507. 507. Yeah, it's just pretty much in the middle. Banks correlated to yield. This is from Big Man, $2. I'm reading backwards here. Banks correlated to yield, but QQQ isn't. Thoughts? That's correct. So QQQ, my thoughts there, I've stated this several times. I'm not concerned about the yield up to around 2%. I don't think it'll affect the QQQ longer term. It is a blip on the horizon as far as I see it. Now, if you saw Treasury yields go crazy, and what we're talking about here is the TVX. Let's just quickly load that up. Or TVS, I think it is. Oh, what am I doing? US 10-year. It's all going wrong. There we go. US 10-year TVC. 1.69. So that's two little bounces now around here. 1.698. Okay. Yeah, this correlation, I showed you it before with QQQ. When they were actually upping rates, it did affect the QQQ initially, or the Nasdaq. And then after that, the Nasdaq went crazy bull anyway. So big man, yes, it's correlated to the banks at the moment, but so much, it's not really about a big problem in the future. It's just now. Can we talk about Bitcoin more? Oh, Bitcoin's looking good. We actually were meant to close. Oh, look at dot go. we meant to go and have a look at the 4 hour here before, and we didn't quite get there in time. Okay, so that 4 hour was really bullish on the close. Nice pickup, as we suggested, or as we talked about, this particular resistance and support level became a good zone. Bullish hammer, bullish closure above the 58,500. That then closed above, signaling that now we can move towards the 60,000. And we all know if it gets past the 60,000 through the session, then we go back and we test the previous highs, and we can return back to hopefully the 65,000 move. So I'm feeling pretty optimistic about Bitcoin here. I think things are looking much, much better for it. And every one of these signs, the consolidation down here, the closure above, the retest, the bullish hammer, the movement above on the 4 hour there, they're all looking good. Even any pullbacks I expect to hopefully be met now by further bullish momentum. Ryan Fraser, US $4.99. Do you think AMC could jump to 25 to 30 in the next 2 weeks? Ryan, you're a believer. You're a believer. I like your pressure. Do you want the Tom answer or do you want a hype answer? I think not. I think not. It's a beautiful thought, but we're struggling here at the $14 bracket, and GME's really starting to lose momentum. So for it to get up, things need to move, and they need to move quickly. I would not want it to be holding these kind of levels, or at least AMC to be starting to move. I would like to see a 16 today or into Monday for you to get your 25 to 30, but I just don't feel like that's possible. I think 20 is going to be a massive barrier if it is achieved. The amount of bag holder diamond hands people that will actually just like bail at around 20 will be fairly extreme. So that's just my thoughts. But yeah, I do think there are some problems there. All right, Dave, you've certainly got your work cut up for you today. You got like plenty of things coming through. So yeah, AMC, I just don't think that's possible. Get the 16 first. The 16 to the 20, you'll already be incredibly successful. And our GME thoughts are this: trend line down, closure above the 208 today is what we're looking for to really get some big bullish pressure coming into the 240. AC, $5. Morning, afternoon, evening. Can you look at the SYPR and CLPS? So I think I'll probably only be able to do one of these for you. Try to give me just one to look at because I do have so many nowadays. We'll look at SYPR because I assume that's on your first list of things to look at. Lots of chop through here. How big is this thing? 84.62 million. That's probably why. Pre-market, it's down 1.26%, and we are only 40 minutes away from the market open now. Let's have a look here. 381. I think that's a decent little buy zone that's happened. Previous resistance, at least some structure. It's not great, but it's okay. $3 is amazing support compared to the rest. And all of this seems like a lot of noise. Like if it bounces here, where do you go towards? $5. It's a hard one because it's such a small stock. When you're doing TA, try to TA at least 500 million plus companies. This one's a little bit small. So movement would be find support here, hit the 20 moving average. Look at the 20 being held before through the sessions, held very, very nicely. So if it comes back down, movement back to 5, you close above 5, well, then you could be in for some fun. But yeah, at this stage, all you're hoping for is back up to the 5, and I still think it'll be met by selling pressure if you do get through there. Shay, NFTs, the future or bubble? Please, AESE eyes. Wait, AESE. Allied Esports Entertainment. This one's actually better than most of the others we look at. What do I think about NFTs? I've made it pretty clear in my thoughts that there might be a couple of gems out there at the moment, but it is just too early. Do I believe that these tags will be associated even with physical items? Yeah, I think they could be. But I do think it's the beginning. It's kind of like that pet idea a few years ago that failed. The pets, whatever they were called, pet coins or something. When that happened, I knew that one was deemed for failure, and it certainly did. Some will rain. It's too early though. What will happen is a whole bunch of junk will be sold. That junk will become worthless. And then next time around during the second NFT phase, because it will have phases and cycles, it will become more of a thing. Even Bitcoin is still very, very new. And it may sound stupid because everyone knows about it now, but still very new and in its infancy in terms of the structure of the market and the way that it trades. I think NFTs could be in the future, but not just yet. It's just the first time round. This AESE thing, yeah, look, how big is this? What is this? 11.89% up yesterday, 125 million, 325 on the open, up 1.56%, 325 puts you right on the resistance. Look, get a nice little daily closure above here. You can move back up and get more into the height. Probably want to see a daily close above this point. If that happens, you've tested the resistance once, twice, 3 times, and you can move towards the $4. So good luck on it. It's not much to go off, but that's probably the best we can do. Oksana Kravchuk, $5. Please short review of OCG. Okay, we'll do that one and then we'll look around the markets. Oriental Culture Holdings, 205 million. We've done this one before and I think it was completely impossible to figure out what was going on. We just figured that every single 10 and every single 5 was important. I can tell that's what I came to the conclusion of because I have the lines here. Yep, look, 15, well, breached 15, actually found a higher resistance, but oh well. Then it came back down to 10. 10 should be support. 10 is finding support, and maybe you can move up. The volume is monstrous both ways for the last 2 days of trade. Started like really big, then went a little bit smaller, then went crazy during that day, went crazy again yesterday. I would probably expect another pretty wild day on this one. Tenor should be support. If it breaks through there, well, it could go really bad and go back down into your low time frames. In terms of where you think resistances are, look, now it's going to be something like a $17-ish, and then 20 still remains a problem, and 25. It's an unreadable chart. You're just thinking human psychology during this time, and you've got to be glued to your screen and very, very fast. Michael M, $5. Keep it up sticker. Thank you so much, Michael. Appreciate your support. You gave me 2 of them. Michael M gave me 2 $5. That might be a mistake there, Michael. Unfortunately, I cannot offer refunds, but I do appreciate your now $10 donation through the session. People want GE so bad. Why do you want GE so bad? What is this? What is going on with General Electric that I don't know about? Could it be that it is finally breaking out of this? Probably. I don't know if I trust General Electric anymore. Yeah, I mean, on a monthly, it's the bottom. The bottom's in. You would think it's now looking more bullish. I would have to say I'm terrified of it, but yes, the bottom is in, and I'd be getting more bullish at this point. Interesting zone for GE. Maybe continue to watch, play it out in the smaller time frames. Be a little bit careful about, unless they're turning around the business that I don't know. Be careful though, because a lot of these value businesses are getting purchased, and it's getting strange out there. Let's look at the pre-market here. What have we got up? What have we got down? So we'll look first at our hyperactive ones. We've got Riot Blockchain up thanks to BTC trading at 58,823. Afria 2.66% up. Tilray 2% up. Both Tilray, Afria, and Sundial and all these kind of weedy stocks could be looking good. Few people mentioned Oxygen looking better today. I haven't looked at that chart yet. PLTR or Palantir is doing okay in the open, and Churchill's still really lagging what it was doing. It was up about 31, I believe, now $27. GameStop down slightly on the day. Let's go to the screener here for what a lot of people are probably looking to do, which is get some cheaper stonks. And we've got FedEx and Square trading pretty hard. ANSS, this is of $23 billion plus companies. Trade Desk, Caravana, Okta, all of the ones getting belted yesterday are up slightly in the pre-market. Not as much as I would have thought. So there's still concerns there. Goldman Sachs, McDonald's, Berkshire Hathaway, all of these kind of companies, we've seen them time and time again. The banks are doing poorly when the Nasdaq is doing well. And when the Nasdaq is doing well, especially Goldman and JP Morgan go the opposite way. US 100 trading at 12,863. Spots to watch are going to be 13,000 and 12,780 for today. I believe that these kind of levels are going to be support and resistance. And I called it a while ago. We've got half an hour to go. We need 5.5 points to get us the 39.30. We've got 39.25.5 right now on the markets. AC, $5. So I did that one. Thank you so much for the donation. Let me see if I've caught up here. Big man, thank you. Tyrone, thank you. It's all becoming too much for me. There's so much, so much support coming through. Please do a short review of OCG. Are we up to that one? I think so. A lot of Diablo fans out there. I like that. I don't play Roblox. I program Roblox. Chris, MIA. Okay. What are your thoughts about Roblox? Chris, I'm interested. Tag me up. Let's see what you... Interesting to have somebody that knows about Roblox from the inside. I like that a lot. Oriental Culture. Did we do this one? Oh, we did. Perfect. You have to go over PONGF now with these games. POGNF. PONGF. Oh, this trades on the market? What the? How's it worth money? No. We won't be trading that. That is bad. I heard something about this going on the market actually, and I never looked at it. So this is Atari on the market. I believe if you look at their fundamentals, there is some seriously questionable spends here. Do not get caught up in whatever is going on in this one. And unless there's something has changed, very careful. That is I'm going to put an X through it. Maybe I should do some more analysis, but yeah. TA wise, you're looking at the dollar. That's where it got to last time. I don't think you'd be looking at the $1.20. That's a little bit too ambitious. But yeah, you're looking at the dollar. Strong move recently. Maybe more memey than anything else. Good luck on that. Pokemon first gen and first gen remakes, TWJ says. Oh, okay, it's interesting. A lot of people will have that one. Sia coin ripping dude. Sia coin. Okay, let's have a look. Jeez. Look at it go. Up 5.7%. Where's the weekly? Okay, weekly, 2 weekly, daily. Yeah, it's ripping. Don't know much about it, so I can't mention it. Ooh, dollar index is approaching very important critical levels here. 92.003. Just noticed that out of the corner of my eye. This is putting downward pressure strongly on the markets. Look at this, 39.14 now. So I'm going to be proven wrong. It's not going to go 39.30 at this stage. Looks like it's going to go to 3900. US 100 coming under pressure at 12,790. Nothing to be concerned of yet, but dollar index is bulling through the 92.02. That is a change on what we saw. US Treasury's 10-year is still down 1.718, but it has recovered from the 1.68. Watch this dollar index. Look at it. It's moving, and because it's moving, it's putting some initial pressure on the NAS. Expect still the NAS to hold okay. Treasury yields will be the number one most important. We got Code Blue 5007 Crazy 8. That is a long name. Welcome to, wow, day trader tier. Welcome, Code Blue. Thank you so much. Make sure you connect your, actually, I have to write a thing for you. I'll tell you right now, connect your Discord to your YouTube and it will instantly integrate. I will put a link in there for you if it's not. I think it is already there. I'll put it there. But yeah, Code Blue, congratulations. Thank you very much for joining the day trader tier. And we will see you in the community very, very soon. Appreciate it. You must be a true day trader. So yeah, dollar index is the one to watch right now. Eka Aurora, Singapore $2. TA on Nikola, mate. Nikola. Haven't even checked that out in a while. BTC getting flogged a little bit from that. Nothing to be concerned of yet. Nikola Corporation. You know, I haven't loaded this chart up in months. Whoa. Wasn't that a... When you go back and revisit the golden oldies, it turns bad. Yep, that's the story of what happens when things go bad. And it's had a couple of rallies. When was this last rally? December, it rallied into Jan, then it got crushed. Is it back to some kind of support? If you really want to trade it from a TA perspective, you've got to wait for it to hold and close above 1740. At that point, you break through the supports, and look what actually rallied last time. Resistance, closed through, big rally happened. This would put a bottom in, at least from a technical perspective, and then you could see a movement up. Whenever it trades in between here, if you like catching falling knives, then you'd be looking around the $14 on Nikola. Bit scary. Hobson Troll Lines, US $5. EEM, Emerging Markets ETF. Head and shoulders on the daily with a neckline at 53 tied to the US dollar. Okay, if it's tied to the US dollar, let's have a look. EEM, yep, that's a head and shoulders. 53 neck. I think it's probably a lower neck. Let's go to the weekly for a second. Yeah, it's not going to show. I'm probably going to put the neck through this point. A lot of people draw neck through that, which is technically the correct way of drawing the neck. I'll still use my horizontal one. So you've got left shoulder, you got head, you got right shoulder, some consolidation through here. What is that number for that support? 53 flat. You'd have to watch it to 52. I think the problem with shorting these types of positions is that, or shorting anything in the market, is it often can be short-lived. I know that's a lot of shorts, but yeah, look, it's predicting down to 48-ish. This point's going to be problematic, 51, if it does close below. But you are correct with your analysis. That is exactly what you're looking at. You're looking at a rejection with a very strong hold around 53, 52. And if it continues to move down, yeah, I agree with you there, Hobson. That looks pretty negative on that market. Tough to short though, yeah, very tough. You got to be nimble, you got to be quick, and you got to be in and out. John S says 2021 is the year of shorting. There you go. Check out that SIA coin chart. Well, it looks like a vertical rocket to the moon. That's what it does. Appreciate those donations. SAC Honda highlights, $4.99. What do you think about SPACs like CCIV and GHIV? So CCIV, I can't comment on whether I like the companies or not because I don't really know. From a TA perspective, look, SPACs in general are quite dangerous. As you saw, hyperactivity came in. The good thing about CCIV is there'll be a lot of bag holders in it, and there's a lot of retail community that know what it is. So if it gets back above, let's say this 32.51 where it was the other day, so let's say we get back above here, you will see hype come back in. You'll get an easy move towards 35 and then possible moves into the 40 and above. It'll be at that point really showing you that the market has considered this level. It said, okay, here, movement up, basically a little inverse head and shoulders on the smaller time frames. We are ready to make the next move, and there's a lot of hype. We saw it with CCIV the other day. YouTubers making videos, people on stock tweets going crazy. It was all happening on that one. What do I think about GHIV? I don't have that one on this chart. But yeah, with SPACs, think about how many people initially were trading them. Like PLTR has a huge following. I know it's not a SPAC, but it has a huge following. So if something has a huge following, then there's a good chance that when it goes through bullish again, heaps of people get hyperactive on it because they're holding bags. So they do check it on the daily because it's in their Robinhood or Webull portfolio. What is the BTC that sells at 0.08? Not sure what you mean there, Richard. The Birdo 98, US $2. Did you get a chance to check out NNOX? NNOX from yesterday, NanoX Imaging. I didn't get a chance. I do have it written on my chart. That's the FDA approval one. I approve. I have it over here. Let me just delete that. Let me see if I can bring it on. Oh, There you go. See, I do have it here. It's just unfortunately I haven't moved on it. So the Birdo, I promise you Monday I'll have that done for you. I will have that done for you. I was meant to do it. GE is stupid news trade, says John S. GE is basically a bank. Yeah, it's pretty terrifying. GE is tied to BA. Okay, fair enough. But still, I don't think that excites me about that position. I don't think that excites me about the position. Now, all of a sudden, we're back up 12,822. So you can see how fast it moves. Let's go back to the dollar index. No closure yet either way. AMD, we'll check that out soon. Again, Carried Blue, thank you so much for joining the Day Trader squad. Okay, we are caught up very, very close here. Blake ST, Twitch streamer. Sounds like he's Twitch. This is Twitch streamer. US $1.99. Thoughts on Plug? Let's load up Plug. Get asked about this quite regularly, so I'm sure a few people will be happy here. My thoughts are, this looks really bad. Yeah, that looks really bad. 35.16. There's nothing good here. Series of lower highs coming through. We were never able to breach a new higher high. We've now put downward pressure on. If you're going to hold any point, you must hold here. Look at it. Look at it go. Unfortunately, then you go down to the 30, which is your next level of support and resistance. 2050 cross on the daily to the downside. Bad earnings or bad announcement, I believe. Yeah, I'm not happy with it at this price from a TA point. There's nothing here that says, oh yeah, that's great buying. It's gaps, it's downward pressure. Unfortunately, I'm not feeling that Plug. Good luck. Tesla down, GG. Whoa. Tesla's down 0.02. There's no GG there, Kent. That's pretty fast. Why are the futures dropping? Dollar index started spiking and that pushed it through. But we instantly started recovering there. Treasury yields also were moving on the way up. We need Tesla to be supported at 650, fingers crossed. You pretty much need, I would like to see a 660 close, at least for today. GG Tesla, quite a few people going down here on it. Devin Donnellan, US $10. I'm all in on AMC. All right, 50K at a 10 average. You already know what it is. Can we get some gorillas in the chat? Devin has called you out, guys. We want to see gorilla emoticons. I want to see them spammed in the chat. Spam them away right now for Devin for supporting the stream with a US $10 donation. Let's have a quick look at GME and AMC for you for the pre-market. He's all in. He's got the 50K bananas for the apes, for the monkeys. He's got the 50K at 10. So he's up about 40% on the position. It's very, very strong with his diamond hands right now. 14.14 up 1% for AMC. I'd like to have a good half an hour of trade here through the session. GME also coming a little bit alive. Oh, wait, no. Pre-market now 199. I thought it was 200. It was a little bit alive. This lower high thing is what I'm looking at. Let's hold 200 on GME. That's the area that needs to be technically held. Hopefully, Devin is getting some gorillas in the room. Oh, here they come. Look at them go. Get more gorillas. Even more. We're going to hype song for you. Are we at 1,000? Devin. Devin, are we at 1,000? I'm not sure. Let's check. Where am I? We're at 800 likes. Let's get it to 1,000, guys. 1,871 viewers right now. People are going crazy. That's good. I love a good bit of hype in the stream just for fun. Let's do it anyway. I don't care. It's Friday. It's time. Let's do it. I'm ready. Let's go to the rocket ship. Why not? Johnson, we will look at that. I'll put some gorillas in there. Where am I? FedEx up 5%. Exactly. FedEx was really hot a few months ago. Look at it go. I love it. idea there were so many apes in this chat. I had no idea there were so many apes in this chat. Look at them go. They're spamming out of this world. I'm in Tesla. Should I be concerned, says Sahar. Look, I don't think you should be concerned. You've got to wait for the closure today. Look, investing, you're always going to have points where you're concerned. The art of investing, or the art of any of these kind of positions, is that the market is going to make you scared at some point. It's just the nature of what they do. They know how to control human psychology. You feel your lowest lows, your highest highs, all of those types of things. So you will feel them all. The question is, can you hold through a lot of those events? Do you have sentiment that's strong? Do you love the company? Do you believe in it? So I think there's two things that always play out here. There's the technicals, which can also get you in trouble sometimes, and then there's your fundamentals. If you're holding it as an investment, then hopefully you should have really, really strong kind of sentiment towards buying and on holding over that longer term. If you're just looking at the charts on a 4-hour chart and getting scared, well, yeah, I mean, that's going to scare you all the time. You're going to be freaked out in Tesla almost on a consistent daily basis. Let's get back up to these donations. We are 17 minutes away from the open. Thanks so much for the donations here, guys. What are we up to? We've got Chronically Sam, New Zealand, $5. Chronically Sam, you stay up the latest of anyone here, except for our good friend from, I believe, Hawaii, who's up at 1 o'clock. Skills, falling knife, bearish, bullish, consolidating, maybe. I'm super conflicted about it. Skills is less of a concern than that plug that we just had a look at. So what is this? SKLZ, I think. Yep, there we go. Skills. Is it a falling knife? Are we conflicted about it? Okay, so pre-market here is a little bit nasty, 23.83. But it is on support. Fair enough, you're conflicted because that's a nasty 10% drop in the pre. Right on support. Right on support. So look, I wouldn't be conflicted at this price because where is it? Well, it's at support. Exactly. The pre-market's nasty. Yes, 10% down, 23.95. I assume there's some news out on this one that I'm not aware of just at this stage. I could have a look, but I don't know about it. Yep, $24. Super resistance, super support. 200 simple moving average coming up as well on the 4-hour. All of those kind of things make me think it's a little bit stronger. Look at this. Daily still looks okay. I mean, it's been in a consolidatory kind of declining stage here through these last kind of peaks, but it's right on support. So I wouldn't, again, be anything concerned about it holding here. I would hope it does hold here. I've seen quite a lot of bullish sentiment throughout a lot of people's channels and discussions. Notice how it's bought aggressively twice off this on the weekly. So maybe today actually some buying does occur, and hopefully it does. Look, if it closes under this zone, you can be incredibly negative towards it. But right now, you've just got to believe in the technicals and believe in the zones that you set out on your chart. So make your own decisions, find out where you believe the supports are. But notice there has been buying pressure there. So it's the right area from a technical perspective. Good luck, Chronically Sam. ACK says, your opinion on whether a single news event like a kid's death on Peloton from yesterday will impact stock prices. Peloton. What's the code on Peloton? I don't think one single person. Why did it happen? What exactly happened? Did it malfunction, or were they being an idiot on it? What were they doing? It's very, very important we know what that is. Thanks so much to the 1,832 people that are joining us for today's session. Appreciate the new members. Appreciate the donations and support. Quick roundup. We're coming into our next 15 minutes, which is going to be the market open. We'll have to switch over to our screen. Whoa, what is going on here? Wrong screen. There we go. This one. Much better. So we've got our NAS. We're going to have to bring the NAS down. 12,827. Now I made the prediction the US 500 would open at 39.30. We're at 39.21. I might be... Oh, no, I thought it went up. I thought it went up. But no, 39.21. Dollar index actually interesting at 92. Hasn't closed through yet, so we'll be continuing to watch that. We've got our screeners up. We'll load up the Tesla down the bottom right-hand side. A lot of people very concerned about this pre-market Tesla. Let's see how the Robinhood and everyone trades it in the first couple of minutes of the session. Plug had to revise a bunch of earnings reports. That's never good. Did they make like a... Plug had some accounting issues and needed to redo their past earnings. Were those the kind of accounting issues that ended up causing them to make a lot less money? Sounds questionable for sure. Check out MKD and thanks for the vids and streams. Blackout says SEC20. Okay, we'll do that now. Check out MKD for you. Molecular data. 4.55% up 1.59. Very tough. Very tough. What's the size? 127 million. That's probably why it's very tough. And I don't just say tough for any particular reason other than there's no... I can you almost see a chart straight away and see a pattern that I like from my particular repertoire of patterns. And when you look at this, it just looks like it has no rhyme nor reason to it. You've got to kind of break it down through. Looks like that is a resistance point that I would be paying attention to. So about that 142. Where is it now? 126, 128. So what I would probably say is I'm not really bullish or bearish on it here. Movement up, close past the 142. There's a lot of interesting levels throughout history on this. And then you can move up higher to the $1.70, $1.80, $2 plus. There's no TA really very strong on this chart though. Thank you for your SEC20 donation. Johnson Lou, please take a look at Amazon. Now that one I can get behind. Let's have a look at that Amazon. Up 0.33%, was down 3.44%. Don't know what any of this stuff is from back in the past, a long time ago, I guess. Let's have a look. Amazon's been suffering a bit recently, hasn't it? I mean, it's been as low as the 2,900, the very strong July, September. I mean, you got to put it in perspective. Amazon is the same price as it was last year in July. So actually, it's traded a range between about 10%, but it's actually consolidating very heavily here. Four-hour. It's just going to trade wherever the Nasdaq does. I mean, strong support under 29. So if you like Amazon, you think that it's very bullish. At 3,038 pre, your worst case for the time being before finding some buying pressure would be 29. Trend line down through these highs. Yep, that's very consistent through those peaks. So peak, peak, peak. So very consistent there. Therefore, if we break through that point, we would be bulling back up into the highs. But a 30.39 is not exactly strong, bullish or anything. I think there's support at the 30.30. Hopefully it holds there. If it breaks and closes below down to the 2,900, which will be consistent with the Nasdaq, everything's consistent there. Yes, that's my thoughts. 30.30 support today. Pre-30.36, if you break and close below there, you move down to the 2,900 where it finds really longer term support. Good luck, Johnson. Put that trend line on there as well. Well worth it. Isaiah does things, $1.99. Can you check out Beam? Okay, we'll have a quick look. We're only 9 minutes off the open here. We've got it. What am I doing? Typing wrong. We'll have to load into some pre-market stocks here and find out. Quick update. BTC took a little bit of a dive, but still doing well. 58,579. Ethereum 811. DOT really the standout today. 37,677. My thoughts behind DOT are market capitalization needs to catch some of the others. So it does make sense that it's moving up here. What other things are going on? US 100, look for 12,800, 12,780 support. 13,000 resistance. Very important levels. US 500 trading now at 39.18. Looks like I'll be wrong for the first time in a few days here about the open price. Beam looks very similar to all other stocks. You've got your left, your head, your right. This one's on an angle. $50 is your resistance. You break through there, things are looking good to 60 plus to the 70. I actually think you go to this towards the 70 here for this one. It's a nice chart. Things are looking good. Pre-market's looking good. No problems with this chart whatsoever. I'm sure you can see it straight away, Isaiah. Very, very good. Tesla is under pressure, certainly is. I think we're almost caught up here. Yep, we've got one more donation to go. Thank you so much, guys. Dave and Cast, $4.99. I'm all my money on Neo, my friend. I am a new subscriber. Wow. So Neo, you are all in, 0.22 down. I wish you all the best. Well, you know where my levels are. There they all are. $40. No, we do not want it under the $40. No under $40 for Neo, please. 46 is your resistance that you're praying for it to get above, because that means that we're really in a recovery phase for Neo and you can move towards the 55. This is where Tesla hits 800. This is where Tesla hits 720. So these are the prices that you're thinking about on Tesla. Look to Tesla's chart for what Neo will most likely do. Thank you for joining, David, and we hope you like the stream. People are concerned about AMD. AMD is coming down, but remember, your longer term support is bang on there. So there's no real issues until it gets back down there. If it breaks below there, it's not going to be pretty for AMD, but at this stage, it's just trading in between that zone. Continue to watch. It actually reached, what did it reach? I think we had 86 as a target, 87 as a target. It reached the first target, 82, after going down, and then got in the middle, similar to all the other stocks that we've looked at. So let's load over to our 4-screener. We have 6 minutes to go here. Tesla trading at 646 pre, US 100 holding fairly strong. What else is going on? GME 198, not ideal here for the apes out there. And AMC 1409, that's not a bad start. $14 probably going to find buying pressure immediately, and then hopefully we get through. It looks like the US 500 doesn't know what it's doing. It's trading at 39.16. That's in between two mini resistance, mini supports. 3900 should act as support today, and 3930 is just like an arbitrary resistance that we had through the run. Can I take a look at CAN? I'll see if we can. Get it? 1,800 people joining us. Thanks so much, guys. If you're enjoying the stream, please remember to subscribe. Let's keep it going. We're doing so well here. 50,000. I don't even know where we're at right now, but that's thanks to all of you supporting the channel. And we've got the best community on YouTube for trading. There is no doubt. The best, and that's thanks to you guys. 5.92% up for FedEx, Workday 3.15, Zillow Group 1.45, Square 1.38. They're all moving here, but not as green as they were. Nike, JP Morgan actually trading down 2.19% now. Wow, that's a huge move. What happened to Treasuries just then? That's a big move off where it was. 2.19%. Where's Goldman? Usually Goldman's in here. 0.67. I'm going to check that out. That's a big change. So MediaCorp, 3.81 cent down. Tilray now down. Okay. Up, right, blockchain, molecular data, AMC. Okay. Interesting. Upstate New York Rider. Man, donation massive here today. $19.99. That's like American too, so that's $1 million Australian dollars. Good evening, Tom. No picks today, just some bucks for you and the missus to tip a pint over the weekend. Cheers. Or when I will, because this weekend I'm going to have a relaxing Saturday before bringing you Sunday action my time for another video. Thank you so much, Upstate New York Rider. Massive supporter of the stream. I appreciate it. OCG, few people want. The Fed screwed us, Harry said. That's true. 10-year bond rising. Let's have a look at the treasuries here. Oh, it is. Look at this nasty treasuries. Nasty, nasty. I'll just kind of ignore. There we go. See, we got rid of it. It's painted over. It's not a problem anymore. My long-term thoughts for people joining us for today, we've got the 1.96 for the treasuries is where I think it can get to. I'm actually not concerned over the longer term, but for you guys, a lot of you will be trading and thinking about the next 2 weeks. And yeah, 1.95-ish, 1.96-ish is resistance here. I think that the treasury yields will move towards that. This is, of course, a bullish looking treasury yield, but at the same time, it's putting a lot of downward pressure on the NAS for now. Look at it. 1.73. What's the dollar index doing? Dollar index is bulling as well, which is another bearishness from the market. But the market's still holding okay. 12,791. It's all happening here on the Friday quad witching hour event. We have got it all happening, and there's volume that's going to be aplenty. Heaps of manipulation through these events due to the massive amount of contracts that are expiring. Please do remember, quadruple witching is occurring. Every single type of futures and contract you're thinking about is expiring on the third Friday of every month, which leads to manipulation and huge amounts of crazy trades. Thank you again, and say thank you to Upstate New York Rider from the community for sure. $19.99. Appreciate the support. Great Spokesman says, thanks for a great week of TA. Have a great weekend. Oh, we certainly will. We're still into the open here. Laura says, yes, thank you so much. Favorite TA stream. I hope to just improve it all the time. If you have feedback, get into our Discord community. There should be a link in the description below. Let me know what else you want to see from this stream, and I'll just keep trying to make it better. More power to us as a community is the idea. And I will announce that t-shirt thing. I'll still be doing it over the weekend to celebrate 50,000 subscribers. So here we are, guys. We are only about 50 seconds away from the open. 12:29 my time. It is all happening. 9:30 is about to be approached. Looks like we're going to come in at a 12,800-ish on the NAS and a 39.13. Let's get the bell ready for the open. Here we go. 30 seconds. Quick pre-market check. Press the button on the main screener. It's all crashing. All right, there we go. All right, JP Morgan still down. Greens are still, a lot of the tech still up. 6 seconds to go. Woohoo, happy witching Friday, everyone. That's right. Here we are. We're open. Bang. There goes our bell. That's a beautiful sound. We are open. 12,786, 790 on the open there. Tesla did open decently down 1.5%. Square up 1.11. TDOC flat 0.08. Net 0.99. So net's come in, and a lot of those hypergrowth stocks have come in slightly green. Tesla finding some buying pressure. You don't want it down here for that long. Ideally, it starts to buy through. I'm wondering whether Tesla is suffering from these Volkswagen and all these other big companies, GM, whatever, all these big companies saying, hey, we're making electric cars too. That is probably killing sentiment a little bit. But 643 on the open. You want a 660 or at least a 650 close for today. Ideally 660 plus. The bell is through 12,817. That's hopefully good for Tesla. Come on, get that back up. GME not having fun, moving down 192. Next support is 173 if it continues to flash dive here, and AMC holding the 14 as strong as it can. 12,828. Dollar index moving 92,104. So the actual NAS is bulling as the dollar index comes through. Treasury yields are up 1.16%, but still at 1.74. Courtney says, go Tom. Thank you so much, Courtney. Elysium says, expect a big initial sell-off. Well, we are seeing a decent sell-off in the Tesla position. HC1, $4.99. Could you take a look at CLVS technicals? It has really high short interest. We will in just a few moments. Thank you. Probably about 5 minutes in, you'll have to wait for HC. Appreciate the donation though. Andreas Johnson, $5 supporting the stream. Thank you so much, Andreas. Appreciate you. Everything suffers under a stronger dollar. Well, if the dollar gets too strong, I think it's just, hopefully it's just consolidating, but Yeah, at this stage, 92.07. I think we're still awaiting an actual closure on a significant time frame above. I'll show you what I'm looking at. Here it is. So the 4 hour has 1 hour 27 to close still. Yes, it's above now, but as we know, everything can change after that. BTC still trading around 58,031. Ethereum 1812. Polkadot coming through with the goods today, 3780. I think that is really just full-on market capitalization at play. A quality coin that's trying to catch up to the other ones. That's what they're doing. That's the crypto world. Dow red. Yep, 0.4% from Dow. So it's actually rotation into a lot of the hyper stocks. Net 1.12, Square 1.27, TDOC 1.14. Look, watch. Wait, where are we? Here we are. We'll move this across. Check this out. Percentages. Look at this. CrowdStrike up. A favorite of many. Now, negative side, Nike, JP Morgan, Chubb, Tyrone, Banks down. If you're there still, Ty? Or did he go? Banks are down. It's not exactly negative for us. All right. But that is what's happening here. Notice all those big red movements. Surprised JP Morgan's taken such a bath, but not really. I did say for a while, I think this financial movement is ridiculous. It's good until the media get it. And when the media crap on about it, you got to get out. Or at least you got to think about scaling through that position. So here's the NAS, 12,831. Tesla now, 648. Sid says, $2, whoops. Ty wants to personally train me. Is it a trap? It's a trap because he'll work you damn hard. Ty's actually pretty fit, man. He smokes. He's a crazy man. He lifts like 65 kilos each arm. That's pretty crazy in dumbbells. 65 kilos each arm is insane. TA on Afterpay, please. Maybe if we get time nav deep. So 12,829. AMC still coming under pressure. GME trying to get back above that 200. Probably a good point for AMC to try to find some heavy support buying here. Just because this little 2 hour 20 has been okay. There's been some wicks below it, but in general, it's been holding through that. Not a super strong technical, but something nonetheless. US 500, 3907. So actually, look at this. The Nasdaq has rotated to being positive, yet the US 500 has gone negative. And I'll bring this up to show you it in real-time effect. Let me show you each one of these sectors and how they're actually trading throughout the session. You're going to enjoy this. Then you can see the rotation occurring. Here we go. So this is the rotation occurring here. Look at the financial sector just getting belted through. That's the one that's declining. The actual tech sector is up, XLK. And then we've got XLB, which is materials, down 0.83%. So materials has been a super cycle up. It can't sustain forever. And financials has actually been a very strong trend since November, which we thought would happen. Value comes through. So it looks like this is an attack on value. Nothing's particularly strong or weak, but yeah, financials are down through the session. You can see that very clearly on that chart. 192 for the GME. Okay, let's answer a few of these questions. Tyrone says, I will hassle him till he does it. What are you hassling me? Oh, Sid. Yeah, Sid, you're in for a workout. I'm telling you. You get personally trained by Ty, he'll drop a 65 kilo dumbbell on you. It won't be nice. Okay, HC1, $4.99. Can you have a look at CLVS technicals? Let's have a quick look for you. CLVS, Clovis Oncology. Oh, 31% up today. Yes. Biotech company coming out of a nice double bottom formation. See the low, break the resistance. Looks like you're doing that right now. $7. Look, there's a lot of headwinds. I mean, not headwinds. There's not much headwinds here. Probably can go towards the 8. And then you've seen what happened in the past. I mean, during the Feb period, I'm not sure what happened here exactly, but it went 20 27th of Jan got strong, went all the way to $11. So yeah, there's a lot of potential here, and you are noticing people are picking this up. Double bottom in, very strong open actually, beautiful open take. So you would have got the open at 640. If you did this, HC, I see why you're in it, because it is a double bottom, and what you're basically arguing with yourself in this type of play is you're saying, okay, if I buy it here, where do I think support's found? Well, I think support's found initially. What's my worst case? Probably back down into the lows. I mean, there's always zero, but my worst case technically is at least some support here. What's my best case? It's a biotech company, so it goes mental and pushes up towards the 8. So from a risk reward, maybe it's worth it in these situations. Just for people out there, if you're always interested in these types of things, that's the thing that I look at. Andreas Johnson, $5. Any take on STPK and STEM merger? STPK, Star Peak Energy Transition. So it's not trading crazily, is it? Well, that is very ugly looking chart, like full on head and shoulders looking chart. See the trend? See that left, see that right, see that head? I would like to have this above $36.18. Now, I'm not sure about the STEM merger. Both particular companies don't seem to be trading heavily. So, Andreas, I can't explain it, but what I could say is both those charts aren't showing any movement towards those rumors. So if you can figure it out and what you think it is, if it's a rumor or a fact, I don't even know. Within Q1 of 2021, I just don't know. Maybe I should write it on my list of things to do. STEM STPK. I'll see if I can get something together for you for Monday, along with my NNOX. Retail is buying. That's true. Glenn Bear, welcome to the Stonk Squad. Thank you so much for joining the community. Appreciate it a lot, Glenn. Appreciate your donation as well before. That was really nice. What is the chart he's watching? Tom Ace said. The chart I'm currently watching is on TradingView, and we're watching Tesla, AMC, GME, and US 100. So US 100 continues to sit around. Dollar index is probably the big move today, 92,118 at this stage. That is putting downward pressure on Bitcoin, but it isn't closed. 10-year Treasury, 1.73. 1.73. Tesla holding as best it can at the 646. Hyperstock's now moving down. T-Doc's actually gone red. So has Square just then. They went to 0.06, 0.11. And net holding barely above at 0.23. So here comes some selling pressure. Let's load up our sectors. What's happening? Financials really busting. XLB busting. Tech barely down, 0.08. So this is a more sustained sell-off from the total US 500. Literally, the S&P just hit 3,900. Let's have a look here. 3,900 reached. The quadruple witching hour a day is bringing the pain train to many stocks. So we have reached that level. Unfortunately, this is pushing GME down as well. 184 into the 173, I expect now. That's way too deep. It has to now probably go towards the 173. I bought 13 shares of Tala. Yes, I assume you mean Tesla. Great, says Unlimited ECT. What? I mean, you're only down, how many percent? 2%. It's not too bad. Oh, the program I was using before? Yeah, it's CoiFin. If you want some good free programs, FinViz, TradingView, CoiFin, they're all good free programs to check out. MarketWatch is a decent website. Found this little one. It's not bad. It's like Kathy's Ark Investment Fund. If you're interested in what she buys and sells, it's kind of cool. Look at that dollar index just bulling up here. 92.14. 10-year Treasuries 1.74. Some movements going on today, but look, this is a tough trade day. I said this in the video and I'll say it again and again. Quad witching days are not days you want to get involved in ideally, because everything can reverse by the close. 636 now on Tesla. Let's have a look at the Webull. Let's check out the negative side of things. So still Facebook, Alibaba, some of those hypers have come out now. Let's go to the red side. We've got Nike, JP Morgan now down 3.2. That's a big sell-off on the banks. 3.2% now on JP Morgan. Tesla coming up there as well with a 2.6, but the bank is outperforming to the downside. Goldman Sachs now 2%. Financials just getting belted out of control. GameStop down 8.1%. 185. Sundial down 3. AMC down 4.79. Not really any of these are green now. Only Nokia. 1% there. US 100 still holding 12,750. It's trying its very best to hold the correct zones. US 500 really at around support at the 38.95. Remember, we do not want the US 100 underneath this 12,750 at the close. No underneath that level. That is not where we want to have it. AMC is dipping. Yeah, exactly it is. All right, we'll do these ones. David Cast, $9.99. Thank you for the welcome. No worries, David Cast. Can you please take a look at KOHLS? I'm bearish on it. KSS. Okay, we'll check that out. GME just got picked up a little bit. I'm surprised it picked up off of 182. I would have expected a fairly decent sell into 174. AMC 1350. This 14 remains an enigma to give us a clear bullish signal above. That stupid daily, it cannot close above 14. Yesterday, we got a 14 daily close. Then we gapped above, bared down. We need above 14 on the close. Then you can get to your 16 price point. 4 hour 20 was pick up last time. Just reached it or reaching around it. NAS finding some support as much as possible. Let's do the KSS for David. Coles Corporation. You're bearish on it. Are you still bearish on it at this point? I feel like you're looking at it from a double top perspective, but it goes straight into a heavy level of support because you had so much resistance through this $58 price point. You've closed under the 20. It's gone to the 50 before. Is that a completion of your little double top? Let's have a look. Completion of double top. Movement. Take that down. Yeah, I could see that. So I still think this is a hard one because even if you're bearish on it and you're selling it right now, this resistances most likely will act as support. Then underneath here, you've got the 58. And it hasn't actually been under that 50 moving average ever since it went up. I see why you're bearish. Oh, I find it really tough. This zone here stops it, or this zone here stops it, David. I don't know if I could get underneath that. If you did get a closure underneath the 50 though, yeah, you can go down. You can get super bearish on it at that point. Good luck. DXY getting much stronger, says Colin. That's true. William M, $2. Can you please help me with TA on CRYBF? Okay, we can do this one. Extreme Vehicle Batteries Tech. It's extreme. Huge amounts of consolidation, very little trade. Go to the daily. Volume is just flooring it. So it had a spurt. That's probably where you unfortunately may have got in on this one, William. And then now it's gone back to becoming quite a boring thing. Consolidation, central. It's almost unteeable. How big is this? 116 million with very little trade. There's very little that I can do for you here. Yeah. I feel like it's trapped between, especially that 0.3. That's a heavier support buying level if it does get reached. Look for a 45 close above, and if you get that, then you can start to get more bullish on it, but it's a very tough one. That is incredibly tough TA, very little volume, very small company. It's just not looking great from, a prediction standpoint there. US 100 still holding 12,750. Tesla 634, not a good start. Watch the session. Remember, there's a huge amount of options expiring, funniness going on today. So that could be why Tesla's finding it hard here. AMC 1340, look to the 4-hour 20. I think that's been a pretty good predictor from this last initial bull run that started back in the $8. See those two lows? Maybe now it finds support again there. The story of the day is probably that the US 500 is rotating into different sectors, and we see that when we look at the sectors that are running right now. XLF is down $2, 1.44 down on XLB, and tech actually holding pretty much its own at 0.25%. So a total reverse of what we kind of were thinking initially into the day. We thought the tech sector would find support, but did we think financials would be down 2% already? No. Was I bullish on financials? No, not at these prices. So yeah. Got a new member joining the community, Kyle Walker. Thank you so much for joining the Stonk Squad. Appreciate it and welcome. Appreciate it and welcome. Then Kyle instantly upgraded the membership to the Diamond Hands. Welcome to the Diamond Hands community there, Kyle. Thank you for that support. Let's read the chat here, see what everyone's saying. VIX action, yep, 5.1% up on the VIX. So the volatility index trading at 22.7. What else is the community saying? Tesla is pretty much done. Next support 580, says Kent. Yeah, well, that's right. Your support is down here in the fives, maybe 600 just psychologically, but yeah, it's probably 550. It's probably 550. You need a close confirmation. Never say anything's done till it closes, because it's not said and done till it closes. But this is not the type of action that you want to see as a Tesla trader. Stupid witching day, that's what it's doing to you. 550 would be the next zone. And then underneath that on the monthly, unfortunately, then you could be going to the 500 and the 450 areas. The problem I see is this is not sustained throughout every single one of these tech stocks. So Tesla's moving down while others are holding firm, if not very, very firm. Like even NIO is down 1% at 41.22, yet Tesla is trading down 3%. Is this just some manipulation from Wall Street on some futures contracts that are expiring? Maybe some calls that are expiring here. Who knows? Look to the daily close to give us more direction. I'll be making a video on the weekend. I said this to a few other people. This is the kind of day that I get up, I go to sleep, I get back up near the close of the market, and then I position in because I look for the closures. If it's hitting my levels, then that's the area I'm looking at. All right, guys. Well, look, we've made it to the open. We're 20 minutes in here. There's some pressure coming through. AMC and GME are finding some support. For GME, it remains to be seen what happens for the first half an hour to hour of trade. Can we now reverse this, get back up? That trend line there is still important. So check that one out on the 15-minute chart. AMC traders, hopefully you continue to buy up. Look for a daily above 14, then it could be a wild Monday. Definitely join us on the live stream for that event. US 100, 12,775. This is not a problem support-wise right now. This is okay and totally fine. I don't mind the rotation out of banks and other things. I'm sure someone out there's like, my banks, no. But it's okay for that to occur. The banks were pretty heated, and so were a few of these other value sectors. So US 100 can just hold here all day long. I don't care. That's fine with me, and it should be fine with you as long as the technical holds. 12,750 to 12,800 close. Above that, we're looking for the bull side. Below that, yep, it's coming back down, and then we're going to get the 12,300. US 500, I expect probably to close somewhere around maybe 3,900. I'm not sure. I don't really know where this US 500. This rotation's so bizarre. I don't know where that thing closes at this stage. Can I find it? No, I can't find it. There's too much noise here. it would be lying to you guys, and I don't want to do that to tell you where I think that's going. I don't know. All I know is the NAS. The NAS is the only chart in the indices that we can pay some attention to. Tesla, yep, that's going to be the one to watch as well. Keep going. Keep powering through. Whole bunch of members coming in at the close. Cold Steel, welcome to the Diamond Hands community. Make sure you integrate your YouTube and your Discord community stuff. And yeah, look, there's, as RVA Live Sound says, peace, unity, and profits to my fellow apes. And of course, the rest of the FX Evolution community. We did it, guys. This week, we hit an absolute milestone, 50,000 subscribers. That's thanks to all of you guys. I'll be bringing you Monday live stream. I'll be bringing you a video over the weekend recapping whatever happens here. But don't get scared of the NAS, okay? Don't get scared of the NAS. And even Tesla, guys, don't be too terrified until the close occurs. Bitcoin still looks okay. 58,400. Dollar index 92,115. Let's have a quick look here. Still a little while. 1 minute, 1 hour and 6 minutes till the close there on the 4 hour. Look for the daily more than anything else. And yields, I still expect them to rise to 1.95. So I am not surprised by this move. I do expect them up here. And I think long term, this is a blip on the longer term growth cycle that we'll be going through. I'm not concerned with the US 10-year Treasury unless it gets through that point. I make that perfectly clear the way I see it anyway at this stage. All right, 50K baby, says Johnny Bravo. Absolutely. Thanks so much, guys. It was an amazing day. See you Monday. See you on the weekend. Have a great weekend. Good luck in trading. And DOT is 38.57. Look at that DOT. Just keeps going. It just keeps going. Bye-bye. I'll just answer this question from beyond. This is for Sprint Cog. How do you get this amount of time to close on the trading view? Right click on the trading view on the right hand side where you've got price. You'll see countdown to bar close as a tickable, and you can tick that. I will eventually make videos showing you guys how to use all these things.